And we were
Finding
like,
Nemo.
this is the plot of Finding Nemo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of AllFunNDice, session 30. After a brief hiatus last week, we're going to be back in full force once again. Very, very excited to be here. If you have not watched the last episode or any previous episodes, you can pause the stream right now. I don't think you can pause the stream. I don't think that's very effective. But you can pause this stream right now.
Yeah, pause the podcast when this is uploaded on Spotify.
And head over to youtube.com/AllFunNDice and check all of our episodes, as well as the recap that our wonderful Travis did for the first 28 episodes of the session. Other than that, I don't think anyone has any announcements to make, so we will jump.
Saber has announcements.
Oh, Saber, announcements.
That was it.
She's present. Other than that, we will jump straight into tonight's session. With Montella's codex firmly in hand, and the corpse of Lydia laying in the deep archives, Pippin quickly ascended the stairs, intending to escape the governor's gala unseen. Little did he know, the rest of the Undertons had just finished fighting for their lives against Lord High Commander Linmore's personal guard. Just as Pippin was entering the entrance hall, poised for escape, a group of Loxogith, headed by Governor Hector, interrupted him. Due to his brilliant illusion and quick wits, Pippin was able to lead the Loxogith away from his friends and join up with them in the library. Time was of the essence, as the party hid inside Vigil's cabin, preparing for the grand escape. Eerie and Lonan remained outside, however, and with some effort managed to break through the windows of the library and flee down the streets of Fort Craven. Alarm bells began to chime, and our dexterous heroes were quickly separated. Eerie used her changeling skills to take on the face of the Loxogith, Amelie, and as Lonan took to the rooftops. Their flight went smoothly until they reached the walls surrounding the ports, where the Gift of Variety waited to whisk them to safety. Eerie was spotted while she attempted to scale a wall, but luckily Lonan was nearby and called the rest of the Undertons to fight off the Loxogith guards. After the fight, and with the help of a rebellious fishmonger, the party made it to the port only to find the Gift of Variety occupied by Loxogith guards, and Akano and his children bound and gagged. There was no choice but to fight. We pick up tonight's session in the wake of that battle, Gifted Variety newly liberated and finally departing the dreaded Fort Craven. Unfortunately, not all is well, as Lord High Commander Linmore issues a threat of death and a trio of airships ascends to make chase. So the last thing you guys see as Akano steers the Gifted Variety out of port, and the last thing you hear is Linmore waving his heavily gauntleted arm with a threat of death to you all, and a see you soon, Pippin False. So you guys are exhausted from, oh my god, so many fights. And you guys are now finally back on the ship.
Okay.
Akano is at the helm. He is steering the ship currently. You can see 3 airships. I won't make you guys roll for this. You can fairly clearly see that there are 2 distinct styles within these 3 airships. The first 2 are incredibly large. They have really big double arrowhead-like fronts of their dirigible shape, almost like a big X. So like 2 arrowheads put together to form an X. Very sharp and metallic.
Like points?
Yes, like a point.
Like they're
That's
gonna
not
ram
true.
like they're gonna ram
And
into
like
us?
they're gonna poke a hole in us.
Yes, they look very deadly, but these ones are sending noticeably slower and are noticeably larger than the second, the other airship, the third one. There's 2 large ones. They look prepared for war. The third airship is much smaller. It actually is like much smaller than the Gift of Variety even.
Oh.
And it looks very nimble. Again, looks very streamlined. It is just a simple like double cone on either side with a rounded center. And it looks like you can see a small cabin on the bottom, where you would imagine whatever crew or guards are on it. And as you guys are watching, Gift of Variety is fairly fast. You guys know from your contact with the airship Void Star. But this ship is already starting to creep up on you guys.
Akano, hit the gas!
That's not me! Lucky Ball! Get to the engine room! Okay, Dad. And Lucky Mel will run through the door.
Oh, guys, we gotta get out of here. These airships are gonna come blow us out of the sky.
We're so tired as well.
Yeah, Erie's going to be just kind of slumped against the railing, like
Is there anything anyone would like to be doing? You guys have.
sleeping.
If anyone would like to guess on how long the airship, you have until the airship gets close enough.
I will do that.
You can roll a intelligence check. Anyone is free to do that.
I got
I'm
intelligence.
gonna focus on
Fucking
that.
hell.
And whoever rolls, starting with Erie, can just tell me what they.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh well.
14.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do this because I'm gonna focus on my egg.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I'm
We'll
gonna go immediately.
we'll jump to that
God,
next. So
Egg Saga
Tuiola, you can take it straight from her. She had it
I
under
can't
her
wait
shirt.
till it hatches. 14.
14. So both Mac and Pippin, you guys are able to tell that it's probably in your prime material time, like with minutes and seconds is about how I'm going to tell you. It's probably going to take about 20 to 30 minutes before it is in some sort of range to use
Oh, they're fast.
the longest ranged weapons.
Okay.
Well, they're not far. It's just that the ships are fairly equally matched. So,
Oh,
it's
so
the-
like we're traveling and they're traveling after us, and it'll take them 20 minutes to catch up to us
yes.
based on our speed. Is
Yes.
there any way we can increase the speed of the ship?
Who are you asking?
The deck. Anyone on deck?
Well, is there anything
That's
that seems like a
scary.
question for Kano? Well, perhaps.
Does anyone? I'm basically like out of potions, elixirs, ointments. I've got nothing.
I
Okay,
have
yeah.
nothing left. I have no power behind my hits anymore. I'm
Kano,
exhausted.
question: if our ship takes any sort of damage, is it going to cause any issues with levitation?
Oh, they would really have to destroy the ship.
So it's not going to be like, for example, from where we were before, if a ship took hit, it would absorb water and whatnot. It's not going to happen in this
Yeah.
case.
Oh, if they
I'll-
destroy the balloons, we will fall into the
So the
abyss.
balloons are basically what we need to be worried about at this point then.
Yes.
So if they pop the balloons on the side of the airship, we're just gonna fall into.
but they'll probably just shoot us out of the sky anyways, unless we get away.
We'll start driving.
I'm already flying.
Okay, well.
Is there any way
put
to
the
agree-
pedals-
Get the here. Nanima, Huela, help these ones get the cannons ready.
the cannons?
Yes, the cannons.
That will be helpful.
Yes, prepare. We bought some more cannonballs while we were in port.
Okay.
Luckily, they didn't suspect you to do whatever you did. Go, get it ready.
Okay, Lonan, come help me.
I have other matters to attend actually, but I'll be with you in a moment. And I run over to Wheeler.
I'll assist.
I'm going to turn
Thank
back
you.
into a monkey.
Okay.
Like,
Lucky
the
Ball or
triplet.
Naughty Ball?
We'll do Lucky Ball.
Honestly, they're
Yeah,
basically
they're
an animal.
basically the same. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
Is
I-
it 20
you know,
minutes till the
back in
fastest
my-
airship reaches
Back in
us?
triplets again. And I will, like, tiredly push myself up and go help with the cannons.
Okay, so Bree and Ak, are you guys helping as well with the cannons? Or
I
is
will
it-
help with the cannons.
I haven't spent a lot of time learning how these ships move or like their method
Yes.
of propulsion. So I guess I would want to look to see if there was like an engine room. Or
You
something.
have visited the engine room before.
Yes, it is right.
Yes, I believe it was after you guys. Yeah, it was right after your first shopping trip. Because you guys were like being secretive and telling Econo and the family about your involvement with the fishmongers and your agreement to infiltrate their defenses.
I will go to the engine room.
Okay, yep, and you know Locky Mel was sent there to assist. So as we'll just go to London first. So Huela is kind of like hyperventilating on the deck, and you know Huela is she's normally very calm and very like kind of almost bitter and like sassy, and she looks like panicked. Right
Wheeler,
now.
come here. I put my arm around her and I help her up.
Oh, London, please, thank you. Oh God, are we gonna get away?
I'm kind of like wondering about her, but I'm also just like curious like how the egg feels. Like, is the egg okay?
Oh, I think so. I put it under my shirt once because I think they just thought I was pregnant.
It's scrambled.
Here.
now.
If okay, you know what? I trust you to hold on to
No,
that.
London, this is important. It started shaking.
God. And then I'm gonna kind of
What
rush
the
her
worst
to like a
time
room. Like, is there like
to
a
give
like
birth.
the kitchen
We
where we
haven't
were
had the
before?
shower yet.
I'm gonna try to get us into that area.
Okay. Look, do we have time for this? We have to prepare.
Where's the doula?
I got gifts. It's like a stroller.
I'll take care of it and go and help the others.
Okay.
Cannon fire.
Be safe.
So looking
so-
at it, Like, does it?
Roll perception for me.
Ooh, pretty good.
17.
17. You actually don't feel any movement
Okay.
currently, but you do see that. So the egg was kind of like a lumpy stone type texture, and it was of like magenta ruby tones along the surface. But you can see very small, almost like opalescent fractures. Not very many, but they were definitely not there previously.
Fiona, I'm gonna trust you to hold on to this. I need to help the rest of the crew.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh, okay.
You should stay
I
here,
can go.
stay nice and safe, and protect yourself.
Okay, I'll go into the kitchen. It's the safest place to be.
So I'm just gonna hand it back to her, and then I'm gonna run over.
And she'll
to
put it back under her
where
shirt
Kevin is, I guess.
and run.
Me and Gray are currently setting up cannons.
Yes. So, 2 Nanimals are on deck. Each of them are directing half of you to be on how to, because you would have learned how to do this, on how to set up the cannons and where to like.
Yeah, I
move
have
the
no
cannonballs.
idea. So this goes here.
You can see that one of the Nanimals is wearing
Erie's
like spandex dress.
I'm gonna look down the
It's a-
cannon.
I'm gonna pull out your back.
So it's easily set up. Down in the engine room, Knack, you easily see the trapdoor that you guys had looked over so many times in your previous travels, and you open it up. And as soon as you open it up, like almost like a blast of, not a super hard blast, but a blast of pressurized air, like shoots your beard up and like makes it frizz up, as and like almost like a short whistle before, like as the door starts opening, and then you hear like a, oh no, oh no, oh no.
What's wrong?
Aren't we getting chased? Is that wrong enough?
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm
Who
coming
is that? Is
down.
that Knack?
Yes,
Knack, what are you doing here?
I'm coming down
Why are you coming down?
to assist.
Oh, do you know anything about engines?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know ish. You know machinery to an
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
You don't know about these engines
You're
specifically,
forged.
but
Like kind of. Yeah. Anyway.
in an abstract
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, you got this.
can you help me get some more air crystals in? I think we need to
Is it
fuel
a-
up as much as possible.
is
We
it
need
a
to have a
diesel
stock.
ship?
So I'll climb right down there.
Yep. And then, as you know, the ship is powered through some sort of mechanism with air crystals that is used for pressurized air. That does whatever. You have no idea. Lockymel hasn't explained it to you, but you assist in getting everything ready. In the last 20 minutes, I will, like in the next time period, I will let everybody do one, not action, but one thing. You can do one thing before the ship gets close enough, and either you guys can make the first shots. We'll roll to see if you guys are paying attention at the time, or if they make the first shot.
Okay.
Question. So in this 20-ish minute periods we have until the smaller ship reaches us?
Yes.
How long do we have until the 2 giant airships
You can.
reach us?
Anyone who wants to roll can roll that now with an intelligence check. Anyone on deck? Knack and Lonan. No, Lonan's on deck now. Lack, you cannot because you're below deck, but everybody else can roll. And we'll start with Pippin, and you can tell us all what.
Intelligence.
I rolled a 21.
Okay.
16.
19.
5. 7.
So this side of the table, Lonan, Bree, and
We know
Pippin,
I'll
you guys
put
can all tell that the larger ships are moving quite slower, like distinctly slower than the Gift of Variety. It's definitely, these seem to be some sort of siege ship. Pippin, with your 21, you can assume that these are used in order to capture and oppress colonies of other Loxogif across the plane of air, such as the governors are going to go, that were going to go take control of.
Okay.
But you at least took care of one of them.
How long do we have until they get to us?
I did not answer that. You guys probably have, you would guess maybe an hour if you're moving at your current speed before they're out of sight.
Okay.
Are we faster
You
than
were
them?
moving faster than them, so they're not actually catching up
So
at
if
all.
this-
They're slowly getting smaller and smaller.
Okay.
If this little ship that's about to reach us slows us down, then the bigger ships could get us.
That is
So we
Correct.
should shoot the little ship.
Shoot
And the
it
little ship
dead.
is the one that's shaped like arrows.
no the big arrow ones that are really metallic and menacing.
The little ship's just a regular one.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a, I want to say cone, but it's like 2 cones stuck together. That's more rounded in the center.
Could I
Yeah.
tell if there's anything on that ship that's keeping it afloat, like the balloon sort of thing?
You don't know how the Loxodon
It's-
airships. Actually, no. You do know how the Lost City of airships are run because Lynn Moore told Knack and Lonan they are run by enslaved mages that power their engines
So there's
with
like
fire
mages in the
magics.
basement, just like
You're not sure. You know that something that you would know. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You know that there's some sort of shackle that Lynn Moore has that is possible to control mages or in some sort because you guys were threatened with them. But you don't know much past that. That's about what you know.
That's why they arrested you, because they seen you use magic.
Yeah, thank goodness.
That could've
The
been
rest
you.
of the party that can
Okay,
use magic.
so for the 20 minutes until they get here, we each get something to do.
Yeah, and we'll start with Evan.
Well, I haven't thought of something yet. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh goodness. I'm just gonna help with the cannons.
That's done.
Oh,
That's done now. Like with the rest of your time.
can I ritual? Okay, I can still ritual cast cloud cover.
Kind of.
Skywrite?
You can do Skywrite if you want.
I kind of want to write a bunch of clouds around us to give us like we're harder to hit.
Okay.
Would this work? Would I think that this would work?
You think it works based on the last time it happened.
Okay, so I'm under the.
You can roll an Arcana check.
27.
You know that it is unlikely to be enough cloud cover to make a difference.
Well, guess I won't use spells in interesting ways.
Can get knocked off the ship and dies.
Yeah. Oh no. Dump down.
I can't really do anything else. I'm gonna see if any of the members of the ship need help preparing anything else.
Actually, Pippin, roll a wisdom saving throw for me. Really quick.
Oh, you're 10 feet away
Roll
from
away.
it.
Wisdom saving through these rolls are so good. 20.
Plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3.
23.
Okay. So you don't feel really compulsion, but you have like almost tickle in the back of your head, and your mind is drawn to a certain tome in your bag of holding.
Oh yes, I will spend the 20 minutes till we impending doom reading the book I stole.
Okay. Do you want to read for anything specific?
I want to look through it. Can I attune to it? Can I try to attune to it?
You can begin to, but it takes a full hour.
Okay, I won't do that. I'll just look through it.
Okay. Do you want to? Are you looking for something specific?
No, I'm just looking through it.
As you flip
I don't know
through
what
the
to look for.
pages of the strange leather-bound tome, the cover jumps out to you. It looks to be the almost like disjointed abstract form of a man on the cover, or at least humanoid.
A man.
Yes, humanoid. I just said like man as in human.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they appear to have either some sort of their head is malformed, or they have some sort of mask on that makes them look like they have a long beak.
Ooh.
Like a plague mask.
Very similar to a plague mask.
Creepy.
And curled around their feet is some large mammalian form with some sort of mane.
Okay.
And glittering on the masks or their head, there's almost appear to be spectacles of opal on the front.
Okay.
And that's what you and as you open and flip through the codex, you just see the pages. You flip the page and it looks like something was written on it a minute ago, or like as you're turning the page. But every time you look at it, it's empty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Riddle's diary.
Kind of, but like it's instead of words appearing, they're disappearing before you can read anything.
Cool. Okay.
Bree, is there anything you would like to be doing?
I mean, not really, because I really don't have any spells. The only one that I could ritual cast maybe is Unseen Servant.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. And I'll just have Unseen Servant kind of just like helping on the ship. So like
Okay.
as like an extra set of hands essentially, because
Yeah.
it's
Roll
really
me
other thing I can really
a.
do.
We'll say roll. You're not. I'm assuming you're not proficient in water vehicles.
No.
Yeah. So just roll me an intelligence check. This is just kind of just to know how well you can work on the ship.
Well, not very good. I rolled a 5.
5.
So
It's
not good.
it's doing some things like it's more so it's less doing like securing and really necessary stuff, but it's like it's tidying the deck. It's being productive. Yeah.
It holds the cannonball until somebody tells it to put it in the cannonball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what it
Love
does.
it.
So, I realize that we're like in dire need of like help at this point. So I'm going to go into an area where nobody's at, and I'm going to start twirling my ring on my finger, and I'm going to be like whispering like different like things to myself.
Which
like,
ring?
The
Ring of Roses?
The Ring of Roses.
Okay.
And I'm going to be saying like Alatar like consistently, like
Alatar.
Alatar, like whispering like basically just like trying to like remember like as much as I can. So I'm sure you know what I'm trying to remember at this point. But
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So,
don't know.
No, we're,
Tell us.
you don't even have to say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
With
And I'm
these-
just
You
gonna-
are focusing
I'm just
on.
focused on that the entire time. No, nothing else, because I know that we're basically like looking around the crew. Before I do this, before I run down, I'm kind of just assessing everybody. Have I noticed that? Well, I don't really know which one's Eerie, I guess. Right?
You can tell based on the outfit. Like Nanimel wears her very distinctly like flowing robes, and Eerie is wearing like a tight spandex. And you can actually see when Eerie, like you can see that the one Nanimel's wings are underneath her clothes because there wasn't like slots for them to come out of.
I'm the sexy monkey.
Yeah, with a
The
hunch.
type.
Yeah, haven't you seen Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
But I can tell that like the group's pretty much in peril at this point. Like we're all hurt.
Everybody's injured. Yeah, like the one Eerie, the one Nanimel is like limping around. Everybody looks very tired. Gray basically doesn't even have eyes at this point because the bags are so deep.
Yeah.
But everybody looks very tired.
Okay. Anyways, that's what.
Just like.
Have you guys ever seen My Hero Academia with the black All Might eyes? That's basically Gray right now.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing and just kind of.
Okay, sweet. Knack, in the you can either decide to leave or continue assisting. Like, what would you like to
Make
do
it go fast.
with your assistance?
Well, so because I recall that they used enslaved mages to power
Yes.
the fire.
Yep.
Is there a way that I can think of to utilize fire to make this go faster, or anything that I can tell that might?
You could you can roll an intelligence check, and you're proficient with Smith's tools. What other tools are you proficient in?
I think just Smiths. That's all I wrote.
No,
down.
you should be more. You
I think I
have.
have one other
Tinker's
that I
tools.
never chose.
What's your background again?
What did I choose?
You should have Tinker's tools.
Oh, Hermit. Yeah, you didn't take guild.
No.
So yeah, okay. You can roll with your an intelligence check with your proficiency bonus then for your Smith's tools because that's apparent enough.
So that intelligence you said, so 14.
14. So just looking over the engine, you can. It is from what you're used to with engines. This one does not seem. It's not a combustion engine. It seems to be very pneumatically powered, and even being closer, you can tell that there isn't really a lot of heat that is being produced. You can actually see that there seems to be a system of pipes that seem to be filled with water that are coming from the engine and to go into the back walls that you know is the back of the ship. And from that, you can surmise that it actually like. No, heat isn't like expelled, it's water that is expelled by the ship.
Okay.
And you can actually infer that also, this is probably where you guys get most of your drinking water from, because the ship always seemed to have enough.
Okay, so then I suppose, is there any way that I could, I don't know, rig something up that will allow us to feed the air crystals in faster?
Yes, you can definitely make something quickly, not necessarily with your channel of divinity, because that you don't have enough time. But you can roll a intelligence sleight of hand check for me, and if you're not proficient with sleight of hand, you can use your Smith's tools. Actually, no, intelligence sleight of hand. If you had Tinker's tools, I would let you add your proficiency bonus.
Gotta get that Tinker tool proficiency.
I think I actually have a proficiency that I never actually chose anything for, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a Tinker set on me anyway, so that'll be 14 again.
14.
Yeah.
So you do manage to do you tell Locky Mel what you're doing at all before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So you and Locky Mel, I will roll for Locky Mel then as well. So what'd you roll? 14?
14, yeah.
Okay, and he also rolls 14. So you guys actually decently work together. He pulls out his tool chest, and he has a lot of spare metals and rubber bands and all that, like a whole bunch of interesting stuff, or at least the analogs to things you're used to of the Planet of Air materials. And you guys managed to set up a very basic crank conveyor belt that dips into the bucket, and as you turn, it like goes up and drops it in.
Cool.
So it's a lot less effort, and you can crank really fast to get crystals in at like a nice, consistent rate.
Cool.
And it only requires one person to use, so it is much more efficient than like running back and forth and getting the bucket and getting everything.
Nice.
So, Erie, what would you like to be doing as Locky Erie Mall? Sorry, that's your
Erie
name.
Mall?
Erie Mall?
Eric.
No,
No.
Get on
Eric
the
is
ship,
different.
Erie.
Oh my god. Terrifying. So Erie Mal will have helped with all the cannons.
Yep.
And then I'm going to eat something real quick.
Okay, you know that.
Because I don't think
There's-
I've eaten for like.
No, you guys ate. There was some appetizers at the gala that you
Okay.
guys partook in.
Okay.
But you know that there is the ever-present corn from Gray.
Okay.
But if you want to ask someone, there might be other food.
That's fine. I'm just gonna have a quick snack, a quick fuel, because
Some
I'm feeling
creamed
pretty.
corn.
I'm feeling pretty tired, and I have no key points,
Yeah.
half my health, and like literally nothing left.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure eating corn restores key points.
That's what I
At
thought.
least
right?
one key
Yeah.
point per
one
kernel.
per cob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Is there anything else
Kernel, yeah.
quick
Like
that you wanted
butter,
to do? Because the relaxing can be most of the time. But if you wanted to do like a quick
No, I'm
conversation,
honestly just kind of trying to like. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go back on deck and like just be like near one of the cannons,
okay.
ready to help, but kind of just like taking a breather because I was running for hours.
And as you stand, you're almost in like a meditative state, waiting
Yeah.
near the cannons. And
Oh, I'm sorry. No, can I change?
no, 100%. That takes like seconds.
Okay, I want to change into my regular clothes.
Into
like
the
my
regular
monk clothes.
Erie clothes.
Yeah,
Or do you want to change into the clothes that the twins gave you?
I'll change into Erie clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're standing in your fresh clothing, it looks like they had been washed by someone. So you feel very refreshed. And you look out into the endless blue around you. Roll a perception check for me.
Oh my god. 5.
Five was literally what you needed, so
Oh,
you're good.
good.
You can see
Nice.
an endless blue, and it harkens back, and you think of home. You think of the jungle that you grew up in. You think of the temple of the Ever Sky, the only place you've ever known until you left for your Umspringa. But those memories are kind of lost when you see in the distance, off to the right hand of the ship. You can see a slight wall of clouds that looks like it's some sort of storm. They appear dark, and you can see just the dark clouds off in the distance, while everywhere else around you is just endless clear sky at the moment.
Are we driving towards the storm?
I don't know. Pippin doesn't realize there's a
What
storm.
is anyone near me? Like that is part of the ship crew, not.
Yep. Lochimal is actually not Lochimal. Nanimal is working, is like standing near you, and she's like looks like she's like cleaning out the cannon and just like making some last minute adjustments to it.
Nanimal, what is that over there?
What is what, Eerie?
That over there to the right, that big dark wall of.
It's a storm.
Should we go into it?
Do you think that
To hide?
we might be able to get away?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll go as father.
If we go into it, maybe we could hide in the clouds.
I think that's good because if they catch up to it, they might not follow us in. I know
If it's
Us-
safe, if it's safe, I don't know. I'm just.
we're not safe as is, Eerie. I think that's a great idea. Let me go speak to father, and we can see if this what he thinks.
Great,
and
I can't
Nanimal-
lift these cannonballs.
Nanimal like spreads her wings, her like molten brown and gray wings, and flops up and speaks to a father. And you can all feel actually in Erie, you notice that the ship's direction slightly changes as Erie, you notice the ship
Goes
begins
towards.
towards the storm
Cool.
in the distance.
Hey guys, everyone on deck, should we like tie safety belts around ourselves? in
Sorry,
case-
Gray gets to go before Pippin gets to go.
Oh, I already went. Sorry. I just had my.
You're also reading.
Yeah, I thought of it when I was reading this book.
Basically, I want Gray to go around the ship and everything and just tie down all the ropes and everything.
Okay.
No, I'm not tying us down.
I want
I'm
Gray
making
to
sure
go.
everything was
Great,
good.
great idea.
Roll me a.
I want to make sure that the cannons are stationed to the ground
Okay.
and nothing is going to be moving around during the attack itself. And I want to make sure that the sail number 1 is good.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. Let's see how well you do this.
Roll me a metagaming check.
He's talking over me.
To be fair, Nick did talk over
Not
them.
Nick.
He had that idea
No,
before I said anything.
you haven't helped too much on the ship. You've really been cooking a lot of the time you've been with everyone. Cooking and relaxing, kind of like taking in this the atmosphere. So you don't really know what you're doing. You do have some experience with knots, obviously from your time in the military. Everybody kind of needs to know how to like, at least tie their packs.
Yeah.
So your knots are okay, but you can see out of the corner of your eye slightly afterwards. Every about a minute later, after you tie a knot, Nanimo flies over and reties it. Yeah.
Nice. Very visual.
You're making sure it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's good.
okay. Anything else?
No, that was
Okay. So as the minutes tick by, and everyone on deck, Nak, are you gonna stay?
No, I'll go back up.
Okay, so you will see this as well. Everybody who is on deck, which I believe is all of you, will see slowly the ship begin to get larger and larger in your vision. And Akana will look back at it.
What?
Akana is going to look back at the ship
Okay.
and say, if I turn to port, we may be able to take a shot before they can get a shot off at us.
Turn to port.
You think we should?
What does that mean?
To port. And it'll
Port
point
side
right.
and-
I don't know ship lingo. Left or right?
I literally just pointed the direction. We can turn either direction and fire the cannon, but did Nanimel tell you how to work the cannons? I assume she did.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll need. It takes 3 people to man the cannon and take a shot. It takes quite a lot of effort and
Yeah.
time.
Relatively simple device.
Well, then hopefully you can do it alone, Pippin.
No, it'll take 3 people according to my calculations.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank you, Pippin. But either we can try to just keep running it, or we can turn and fight.
What do you think we should do?
It's a hard call.
Do you feel like our ship can take on their ship at this point?
I'm worried about.
I feel like escape might be the only option, considering there's so many ships after us.
They're gonna catch up to us no matter what.
What if we
That
take
little
one
one.
shot and then keep going? Maybe we'll kind of scare the little one away,
We might be able to do some damage with a single shot.
and then keep going because the bigger ones are further away still.
Yes, I cannot even see them
Yeah.
anymore.
So it's really just the little ones.
Yeah,
that's
but
our
they'll know
concern.
where we are. I'm sure they have their methods of communicating
Yeah.
between the ships.
I think they sent this little one just to slow us down so the big ones
think
would
so.
catch us.
I'm not sure if Nanimal or Eerie here has told everybody what the plan was, but
Your email.
Yeah.
She's
we have changed our course. There's a storm in the distance. We were going to attempt to flee into it.
Is that safe?
We're not in a safe
I
situation.
don't know if
As is, it's our best bet to get away from these lots of gift. We might be able to lose them, and I can change our course and be able to figure out where we're going afterwards.
All right. Can we turn port in towards the storm? Get a few pot shots off on our way there.
Storms?
We're already towards the storm.
Do we all see the storm now?
Yeah, he pointed at the storm.
Lonan, it's taking up half of the sky.
No, it's still fairly small. It looks quite far
I thought
away.
only ears
We're like wind.
Yeah, no, but he just talked about it, so everybody can say
Sure,
it.
no problem.
So,
Yeah,
who will man the cannons? I need Nanimel to be checking the sails and making sure we are going top speed.
I will man a cannon, but I will need 2 people to help me.
Okay.
and I'll help.
Okay. And so the other 3 of you will go the women on one cannon and Pippin.
And then the other 3.
And then the men on the other cannon.
Yeah. The
Since
bottoms on one cannon.
Since the 3 of you volunteered first, you guys will have the opportunity to fire the first shots at the ship. So as Gift of Variety turns to port, the cannon. Who wants to be doing what? So
Okay.
it has to be.
I
What
want
are
to
the-
load. Someone else can fire and someone else can aim.
Yes.
I'm not sure what I would be good best. I'm not very strong.
you wanna-
So Pippin's loading. He already said Pippin's loading.
I will aim.
And I can like light it
Yeah. So you get to like.
because I can use like my prestidigitation to.
I imagine a small little like lighter on the tip of your
Yeah.
finger.
I
Cool.
will aim,
So I can
I
do that.
suppose.
Incredible. Okay, so give me
You got
one
good aim, I think.
moment. I realize I didn't open what I need to have open. So my apologies for this. Wait, everyone. As the fire slowly goes down the wicker.
Slow
wick.
motion. And
Yeah.
it pans over to each of our reactions.
It actually like cuts across the
I'm
screen.
like looking
And I'm
down.
just like this.
Yeah. And you're just like, but it's a monkey face.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a monkey.
Yeah.
What color is my fur?
Nanimel, I believe, is some shades of gray, but she has like a slight lemur face to her, and she has the big white mane of hair like Ikano
I
has,
like it.
and she has a ringed
Cool.
tail.
Cool.
So, as the Undertons take aim, Eerie, who is actually doing the aiming, you are going to roll a ranged attack. So roll the d20, and you're going to add +6.
Oh, not 20.
Oh!
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Roll
as
the dice?
the wick approaches the end
That's
of
big.
the
That's good.
cannon, it gets close to the cannon, a deafening crack as this cannonball whistles through the air. It almost makes a perfect arc. Where were you aiming on the ship, by the way?
The little ship.
No, where on the ship? There are different parts of a ship. So this ship, you can see the hull, which is the main body of it, the helm, which is the front. You can see the propellers on around the top of it that don't seem to be making it go forward, and you can actually see as you're taking aim, something appear off of the bottom that almost looks like a cannon as well. Kind
I
of
want
like
to aim
come
for
off
the
the bottom.
propellers.
Okay.
I don't want to
Oh,
to move anymore.
You rolled a nat 20. Do we get to double the damage dice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's a nat 20.
Oh my God.
How much
So
dice is that?
you are going to be rolling
We all just
16 d10s.
What?
Because it's normally 8.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Which
Good-
one's the ID?
Good thing no one was in front
I'm
of the
gonna give you
can.
some D10s here.
Yeah, because it is now. It is within
Magi?
600 feet of you guys now,
Here's
which is so it is within range.
16!
Yeah.
Here, everyone hand her a d10.
Ah.
It's a D10.
Nani?
Yeah.
We all need to participate.
How many do you have?
I have these ones. I have 8. That's fine. I'll just roll it
Yeah, roll it twice.
Roll 20.
Oh,
Oh yeah, okay. Here.
Should I just roll them all at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it's flat
That's
now.
actually one. Okay.
Yeah, you want to make it flat.
Oh my god.
This
Incredible.
was the most fun roll I've ever
You get to do it twice.
You get to.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that one counts. Remember,
Wait,
don't
that?
count the zeros for the.
yeah.
Yeah, that
zeros
one
or
too.
tens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, don't count the. She has some hundreds,
Four,
so just don't count. It's like not 7B, it's 7.
17, that's 10.
That's 3 and 1.
I got those already. 27,
God, I need my
33, plus another 8.
So,
So 41.
41.
41 on the first hit.
That
As
was
the
killing
cannon.
me.
Okay, hit the second damage so we can see what happens.
Can we keep this cannon with us?
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
That was so good.
55, 58, 68.
That's a lot.
75, yeah, 75,
You're
83,
trying to count it.
90, 93 total.
93.
93.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my god!
So
So
good.
you hit, and the angle that you're at, the cannonball skitters and hits across, and almost seems to tear through the whole top of this metal airship. You can see smoke and flames start to pour up from the top of it as 90% of the propellers are destroyed in a single cannon shot
Wow.
by the divisive Eerie. My god.
my gosh.
The sails have, the propellers have
Eerie, like, checks
7
the
health
Yeah.
remaining. And you can see
Now.
the airship sputter and slow and very quickly start to like fall back from you guys. But you
Has
can
it
also
lost
see
any altitude? Is it
no, it has some propellers. It seems to just be slowing.
Okay.
But you can see the cannon at the bottom, a small tink arrowhead appear at it and fire out towards the gift of variety. And
Its
so
aim should be off because it sputtered to a stop.
yeah, it's gonna. This is its only attack that it gets against you
Okay.
guys.
Better not be good.
It was good. I feel bad. It was borrowed.
He's just like
I feel borrowed.
He's
just
just
in his
like,
pocket.
It wasn't in that 20. It was a 21 to hit, which does hit Gift of Variety.
deflect missile.
Yeah, Gift of Variety has...
I said no.
Yeah, the hole has 15 armor, so it does hit.
Yeah.
So...
Can I use like mage hand and catch it?
That'd be great.
Oh, can I actually catch it?
No, it's not
Yeah.
aiming towards you.
Could Eerie do deflect missile to a cannon?
Yeah.
You'd have to jump off of it.
Jump off the ship.
You'd have to jump off the ship to try to
That
do
would be
that.
like a superhero movement.
That's not as eerie jumping off.
Okay, so it hit us.
So you guys see this large bolt, and it harkens back to the other time you've seen a Loxogift ship use a weapon, Void Star, and the thick, dense chain that is connected to this arrow that has pierced the side of the hull.
Oh yeah, do you remember that they have chain arrows?
Oh, no,
So
it's
it
a
is
rip.
doing 5d10s. Airships do so much damage.
5 d10s.
That's actually less than what we rolled, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's still gonna do a fair amount of damage.
we rolled a 20.
So it's going to deal 32 damage to the hull. As the arrow does that. It was possible the arrow would deflect, but the arrow did pierce the hull of Gift of Variety.
So did they fire like a ballista?
Yes.
Great with me.
I aim. I mean, I
You guys are on the opposite side, so you
I
can't.
I'm not going for the cannon.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
running under, like, down in the ship because I want to find where the arrow pierced the hull.
Okay, sweet. So you guys can run below deck, and everybody who is still above deck, it will take you a few moments to reload the cannon if you decide to fire again. But you do see that the chain has gone taut, and you can see that as the Gift of Variety is still moving, you can see that the airship is now getting closer.
Because it's reeling itself in.
You can assume you can't hear anything yet.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should stick with the cannon and fire again.
Yeah, same.
Maybe
All right.
try, I don't know, like hitting where it looks like it's
Aim for the
attached.
cannon.
Yeah.
or
Okay,
attached.
I'm gonna load.
And you feel like something's helping you load that cannonball.
It feels slightly lighter.
Thank you.
Are we lucky again?
Let's see. Okay, so you guys are aiming at the ballista this time.
Not good. What am I doing?
+6.
Yes, +6.
11.
11. So this cannon, your shaky hands from the adrenaline of like almost crippling the ship, the cannonball flies wide. And the ship is getting ever closer. You guys can assume it has gotten already in the... It's going to take you guys a turn to get down.
Yeah, makes
So it has been 2 turns now. It seems to have moved 100 feet close already. And closed possibly a fifth of the gap.
So
How-
do we get to
how
go
far
again
is
if it's
it?
been 2 turns?
You guys can go again.
What about them?
You guys can fire the cannon just because they're moving. They will get to do an action. I'll let before you guys do this. Loden, do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna follow them because we're kind of separate groups here,
Oh, yeah,
right?
for-
Yeah. So the 3 of you guys go. Doc was like, "Great, with me," and then Loden just trails behind.
Guess I'll stay
Um,
here.
But after this next cannon shot, you guys will be able to do what you want to do in the hole.
Sure.
So Eerie, as I almost said Willow, as Bree's finger touches the base. There's no wick anymore, so Bree, you basically have to put your finger in the hole to fire the cannon at this
Do it.
point. You can fire, and then once again at the
Oh my
ballista,
god, the exact same rule as last time.
and it flies wide again.
No!
Somebody take
What's
the cannon away
happening
from
here?
me.
I don't know.
Take the cannon away from Eerie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did so good. the
That was
first
us
time.
missing.
You did really
Yeah.
do a great job. So as the ship is ever closer, it seems to be 150 feet closer. Pippin easily, all 3 of you guys can easily estimate it is within within 400 feet of you guys now. It's very close. The 3 of you, Gray, Lonan, and Mac, you guys enter into the hull, and I'm gonna have you guys roll a really quick investigation check. It's just to see what you notice right off the bat.
Investigation?
Yes.
20.
12.
17.
Okay. So Gray and Mac, you guys immediately see a large barbed arrowhead digging into the side of the hull, right above where your hammocks are.
How many barbs?
So it is 6 barbs that are like so it's like again a regular arrowhead turns 6, but it has like it looks like it's pierced back into the hull as it pulled out.
Can we see like what looks like to be like it's recoiling?
You can't see anything right now.
Oh, we can't start with that.
You didn't see it.
You didn't roll high enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Logan, get back
Yeah,
up.
I'm just like-
You weren't invited.
You're not in the room yet.
I'm eating chocolate in the corner.
Just some Skittles. Okay.
Alright, here's the plan.
Alright.
Start hacking away at the wood, and I'll try to burn it away with fire. And I'm just gonna start like chain casting. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like light it on fire and weaken the wood so they can hack away at it.
Isn't the ship made of wood?
Yeah, he's lighting the ship on fire.
Lighting the ship on fire. Searing or sacred flame. Sorry. I'm
That
not really-
seems
Sacred Flame isn't actually fire damage.
It's not.
It's
No,
radiant.
it is radiant damage.
Ooh, okay, well then I will just do.
Yeah, I will let you change what you want to do because that is an honest mistake. We do often say you're radiant.
Searing smite.
And Searing Smite will 100% work.
Ooh,
So,
with your hammer.
I'll summon my Yeah. blade.
you guys will have to stand on the hammocks. So I'm going to give you a -1 to the attack roll.
Yeah.
Just a 1. But otherwise, everything's normal.
Would I have enough reach to have a proper footing?
You will. Yeah. Nak, you'll take a -1 just because you're small and
Sure.
your hammer's pretty far away.
Sure,
but
sure.
you are fine.
Okay.
Loden, you'll also take a -1 if you would like to attack it. I mean,
Is a chain? So it's a big chain attached to this thing.
it is a large. All you can see is a large arrowhead
Yeah,
digging
ballista.
into the wood of the hull. That you know was a huge ballista arrow.
But I can't see
dug it.
whatever chain is behind it.
No,
or
you can't
there's-
see out of the ship right now,
Right.
just because like it's dug into the ship.
Yeah, you're like under the
I was
ship.
like, that's always been there.
I'll try to. I'll try
He
to
hangs
attack
his
the.
hat up.
I'll try to attack that. Then.
Attack with what?
I guess like.
I feel
Shoot an
bad
arrow
because
at
you
it.
really have like
Yeah.
a really terrible weapon to
I
use
know.
in this
I don't know if I should
situation.
really do that.
You know, a
I will-
rapier.
I will throw sheer cold.
You
at
should
it.
have went outside and tried
Oh,
to cut
okay.
the chain.
So as Nat pulls out his hammer, his large glowing pinky magenta hammer, you see fly through the air from him the familiar icy cold, sheer cold that Nak had
Yeah,
retrieved.
axe. Right, it's an axe.
So
Yeah,
like
battle
I'm just
axe.
gonna like grab it out of it because he's kind of like tossing it to me. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna grab
pretty
it.
easy to grab. It's like
And as he's
Yeah.
tossing to me, I'm swinging like at the same time. So he's like,
okay, so you guys can all roll to hit. We'll start with Nak because he was the one who wanted to do this in the first place. So just remember, -1.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do this two-handed as well. I don't know.
That's yeah.
No,
yeah,
so
I
we're
assume.
taking damage upon every hit. Is what you're saying, right?
We have to see if he hits first. Yeah.
20.
Nice.
20?
Yeah.
20 definitely hits.
Okay.
So you can deal your damage.
Yes.
And are you okay? Are you hitting the arrowhead or are you hitting the hull?
I'm hitting the hull.
The hull. Okay. So with your hammer, you're hitting the hull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so that'll be 11 bludgeoning.
Okay. And how much fire? Because you're searing smite. You said correct or
Yes.
burning smite?
Searing smite, yeah.
Oh, damn.
I think it's just 1d6 because I only have level 1 spell slots. So
Oh shoot! It's still something.
1.
One
One
fire
damage?
damage
Yeah.
does noticeably as you
Roll
whack.
one.
You can see a small fracture appear from the side of the ballista shot that you had hit,
Yeah.
and you can see a noticeable like char, and which makes the crack quite a bit bigger. Not enough to see through the hull yet, but you can see noticeable damage on the hull already.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue on with what he's doing.
Okay, so you're hitting in the same spot.
Yeah, we want to clear it out so we can see what's
Good.
behind.
So remember, -1 to your hit because of, and you remember you have to use strength.
Yeah, he has a
Because-
-1 to strength.
That is
too.
my strength.
Yeah, so -2 total for your attack roll.
But you are
Uh,
efficient.
Yeah, so you get a just add 1 to this attack roll because of your proficiency bonus.
7.
7.
Oh,
So you
no.
are unused to using axes. It's not something you even did back at the castle when you were working there. So you managed to deflect the tip of the axe head off of the ballista head and don't really do a lot of damage. But you do see a small little bit of frost appear.
Okay.
We're like upstairs firing cannons.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
Alright. That's a 21.
Okay, so as Gray summons the windy glaive to strike. Where are you hitting?
The wood.
The wood, so the crack that
Mhm.
Knack had made.
I'm striking there. And.
So you did 12 damage so far.
12 damage so far?
Yeah.
Me?
No.
Oh.
You've already done 12 damage.
Oh, that's 15.
Oh my god.
That's
Come on,
nice.
guys, learn from
damage.
Gray.
Now, do I attack again, or are we just doing one attack?
We're just doing one attack just
Okay.
because. Yeah, we're just doing one attack just
Okay.
because the way it is, you're not hitting a creature. It's kind of just it's a weird situation. So it is you'll do one attack.
Okay.
But as you strike, Gray, you can feel almost the wood melt like butter
Oh.
as the glaive, the windy nature of it almost glows as the ever light of the plane of air comes through this crack that you guys have now made on one side of the ballistic shot.
Does a gust of wind make this fire stronger?
There wasn't actually any flame
Oh.
because it was so low. It was just charred.
So with him like
Just
with that
lightly
piece like
toasted, yeah.
with that piece like kind of flying off, are we now able to re-look again, do an investigation again, just to see if we see anything?
It's just a small like sliver.
Oh,
Like,
so it's
like,
not
it's a
that.
small sliver, probably about the size of like a hand, like it's turned sideways. That you can, the light is coming through.
Like a gnome hand or like a human hand?
I'm saying the width. The size of, you know what, Pippin, don't make me murder you again this time. So we will go back to.
Pippin falls off the cannon.
Oh no.
You
gets
fire
loaded
it
into
through
the
me.
We fire Pippin out of the cannon.
Yes.
Fire Snaculum.
Yeah.
Throw, Pop, throw me. Throw me. It's pretty incredible. Okay, we're back onto the ship. So if you guys would like to fire another cannon, you guys do notice that you were running low on cannonball shots on this
How
side
many
already.
cannons do we
You have fired 3 times now, and you guys only have 7 left.
That's all they have on the whole ship?
They didn't think they were going to be in aerial combat.
Yeah.
I am going to, if I can,
Okay, yep.
I'm going to like reach over and touch Eerie on like the shoulder and be like, Eerie, you can do this. I'm going to give you bardic inspiration, so you can add,
Bonus action, 100% you can do that.
yeah, you can add 1d6 to your roll when you do the
My
attack
hit roll?
Yeah,
to see if
see if you can,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
d20.
So you do the d20 and then you can do a 1d6 with that.
Alright.
You don't have very much bardic inspiration left, do you?
I think I only get like
I still have one of those.
How much? What's your charisma?
what?
Bardic inspiration. I forgot
20?
that I used it.
Oh, so you have
As
+5.
my
so you have
bonus-
5. So you have 2
I,
left.
yeah.
Which is good.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna put my hand on
Sorry,
Erie's
sorry.
other shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "You can do it, Erie, but
Get
you
off the
don't get
ship,
any
Erie."
bonuses from me."
You just get a small kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, "Do your best job," but I can't give you any magic.
The power of friendship. You don't know where the inspiration comes from. You can't tell.
Yeah, which-
And roll the d6. Roll the d6. You might hit. You're aiming at the ballista again, I assume?
+6
Plus
to that
6.
number.
13.
It comes close this
I rolled
time.
a 2!
It comes so close.
Someone else should aim.
Inspiration did nothing!
I took it away. I'm like, you suck at everything.
Get on the ship, Yuri. Pippin's inspiration kind of just brought back that memory.
Yeah,
You're a
I
little
had
shook.
flashbacks.
To like 5 minutes ago.
So we will, once again, the ship will be ever closer. It is now halves the
Stop
distance
letting
between
me
you
do
guys.
this.
Oh no.
You guys can go once again.
So hit it.
Does it look like I should keep attacking this side, or should I move to the other side of it now?
I will let you make the call.
I want to
John,
do. I wanna do a
you can
structural
do
integrity
a.
check.
Okay, are you?
Yeah.
You're not. Okay, we already talked about this. Just roll an intelligence check because you're
Yeah.
not proficient in construction tools.
13.
13. So you can tell that you have options. You can either try to break out across on the other side to like break off a full piece, or just try to open this hole more in order to
Like we'll just kind of like spill
to
out
keep
because
cra-
of the
yeah.
pressure? Yeah.
You know, I will let you know this because you are proficient in your hammer and you use it all the time as a dwarf. You made that you are very versed in hammers. You know that the type of damage you're dealing is probably best done to make cracks for your sharp weapon comrades to be attacking. So you would guess probably a different area is best
Okay.
for you. For now.
Keep attacking the crack, and then I'll go to the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually before you go, I'm gonna go up to you. I'm walking up to Mac and be like, at the same time, Mac, and I feel like we should attack at the same time. That's basically what I'm trying to. I'm just like at the same time.
Do
And-
they get a
Sure,
combo, wombo combo?
Do you want to
bonus?
go at the same time too?
So kind of like,
Okay.
how would this work if we're putting like? Both
I
our
mean,
pressure
fire,
and-
ice, and wind.
Oh.
Great combo.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
I've seen that anime.
So I'll
What,
let
Demon
you roll first.
Slayer? Is that basically? There you go. This is the
Let's
anime
go
episode of
for it,
All Fun and Dice.
Ooh.
Oh,
I rolled a 1.
Ah!
I rolled a 2.
I have a
Grace is gonna be incredible.
A 17.
Well,
Great hits.
I rolled a 2.
So you guys hit each other's weapons as it clanks. No
Not a bad
damage is
idea.
done, but roll a d. How
So
much
we're all
damage does? Roll a d6 for me.
3.
3. So Nak, you can feel your hands go a little icy as you take 1 cold damage from sheer cold hitting. And actually, did you smite this time?
Yeah, but it doesn't actually activate unless I hit a target. So
Yeah, and
it's-
then Lonan hitting you doesn't count.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was gonna hurt on it too, but. So where did you attack specifically?
Oh, the crack.
The Kraken?
Yeah.
Just to try to widen it more?
Yeah. Nak was just like, oh, attack the crack, and I was like,
Attack the crowd.
Attack the
crack.
crack. Undertons, attack the
Yes.
crack.
Oh my
That's on your
Yeah, we'll put that in the merch.
that is 9 points of
a
damage.
9 points of damage. So you managed to once again shear off another piece of it, only slightly larger. You weren't able to get a really big piece, but you do notice a small shift as one of the 6 barbs is now just in free air after you had cut it off.
Success.
You said 9, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can jump back upstairs.
let's not. This is not going
How
well.
many cannonballs do we have?
You have
left?
6 cannonballs left on this
Oh, we're
side.
so fine.
Oh, maybe somebody else should aim.
Do someone else want to try it? My arms are still broken
Does
from
somebody
the
else
last
have
fight.
fire to light it?
I don't. I can try loading it if you want to aim.
I'll aim. Could you,
But who's gonna light the?
I'll
It would be,
light
it would
it.
be
then.
Oh,
great
okay.
still.
Oh,
Yeah.
you still light? Yeah, I can't light it.
I can't
Okay,
either.
I'm gonna aim, and I'm gonna have like a math mind moment where I like calculate the trigonometry trajectory, and it's like that,
Is that meme?
like that meme.
I was just
Yeah.
that lady who's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all those triangles and stuff.
Okay, ready? You're blowing it
Come
for
on.
me.
Ooh. There you
It
go.
works.
17 plus
17.
6
23.
is 23.
So you are going to be dealing
Beginner's luck.
8
Yeah.
D10s.
Shot luck.
of damage.
Nice.
Would you like some D10s? Yes.
And what were you aiming for?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, good.
What am I aiming for?
Yeah.
The propellers.
Oh, okay.
Why are you not aiming for the chain?
He already said
Can
the
I hit the
propellers.
chain? Is that an option?
You already said the propellers.
I didn't know that was an option.
We wanted them to stop being pulled towards us.
Can I aim for the chain?
No, I said Pippin got no
Yeah.
more freebies last
Yeah,
session.
that's true.
So
Sorry,
I
I'm
did
so funny.
say
It
that.
hurts my
Propellers,
game
right?
chances.
Okay. There's 2 propellers. Which one is Amy?
He meant the propeller
He
chain.
just the propellers. It's fine.
The chain that was propelling.
The cane.
Yeah, guys, didn't
It's
you know that the
good
chain is
propeller.
attached to the propellers, just spinning the whole shit?
The ship's just like,
No.
Okay, I have to restart. I lost track.
Math mind.
yeah, math mind.
Pippin, the super genius inventor.
Oh,
Yeah.
10.
Oh, my
This is
hair is
another
too
10.
much.
Okay, so 20, 24, 26.
I don't want to cut it. It's not enough.
36.
36,
I can't yet.
39,
It's too short.
and then,
2 points.
44.
There
I'm
you
doing
go.
44 points of
44
damage.
points of damage.
Nice.
As you manage to shear off the last of the propellers, you can see slowly the small ship starts to sink. Very slowly. It's still being pulled towards
It's
you guys.
losing altitude.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, below deck.
Again.
Crack.
Attack the crack!
Is this a-
We
is
just,
this a team
we just,
strike
we
again?
just can hear them saying that from
Attack
below
the
deck.
crack.
Get a new D20.
What did you roll?
The 2 again.
9.
Not total?
No, I rolled 8 plus 1, so 9.
9, okay.
I rolled a 17.
Gray manages to hit the crack once more.
I'm just imagining us above deck hearing, attack the crack! And we're like, what are they doing to Lona?
That's my question.
And you can see a gust of like dark winds come out of it every time.
Again. God damn it.
That was cocked on the
Okay.
corner.
Is he just doing damage?
7.
7? Okay. So, yeah, you keep shearing off little small slivers of the ship as we go back above deck.
Really? Okay, do you want me to fire again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys both saw him fire with the propellers for some reason as well.
Try firing at the chain.
Fire at the cannon
Or the
chain.
cannon. Yeah, like wherever it's connected
That's
to
an
the ship.
option?
Yes.
Sure. Recalculating trajectory. 14 plus 6 is 20.
20 hits.
Yes. Keep the key.
Okay, how many dice? 8.
Yeah,
8
8.
again. There you go. Do you need 2?
I need 1.
Oh.
Alright, math time.
Don't you guys just love
We'll be
this
right
one?
Yeah,
back
we'll be
after
right
these
back.
short messages.
This session is sponsored by the 4th grade.
What's that?
Actually, I have no idea what math we're in the 4th grade.
Too syrupy.
42.
Too syrupy.
This
50.
Oh.
50 damage!
That's big.
Wow. As you hit, and it definitely, like, it hits almost directly on as it sputters, and it actually looks to, like, fall a little bit. But the chain is still connected as
Fire
it gets
the
ever
cannon!
closer. It is now within 150 feet of you guys. It is like,
One
you
more
can
turn
see
and it's gonna
into
be
the
almost there.
windows of the cabin underneath. And you can see the enraged faces of elephants, rhinoceros, and hippopotamus.
Angry elephants.
We're like,
As they just trumpet.
Oh my god.
So did I do any damage to the chain mechanism?
I just said you did.
But it's still connected.
Yes.
Okay.
attack the crack. Attack
Next up, attack the crab.
Again!
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
He said that's cocked, right?
That's cocked, yeah. I was gonna
God.
say 18, but it's cocked.
Yeah, I thought it was the other ones.
Come on, roll really good this time. I rolled 20.
I got 15.
So, Gray, you missed this time.
Okay, don't even
but
bother saying.
you do hit Lona. What did you hit?
5.
That does not
Oh,
hit.
guys.
4. I don't know. You just keep
He's
hitting
so
the tip of the
stressed.
arrowhead.
I just can't hit that crack.
What are you doing?
So yeah, I'm attacking exactly kind of like
Me
I
neither.
figured that we're all kind of attacking the same area, right? So I'm gonna try to like just hit exactly where it is to just break open a little bit bigger piece of wood.
Yep, so same area as Gray is hitting.
I want to be able to see what's behind this, like if the chain is holding in, if we can access the chain. It's kind of
You can see like a little bit of the chain now, but like the
we
hole is very
couldn't
small
access.
still.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Really damage?
Oh. How much damage is it for this one?
It should say on the page for sure.
Oh yeah, so the one. So it does say two-handed, like versatile, right? So it's 1d10.
Yeah.
1d8. So should I?
Do D8 because you didn't say two-handed.
That's one.
But it's -1.
No.
No, it's a damage.
He adds a strength modifier.
Oh yeah, so it is -1. You're right.
Oh, okay, so 7.
So 7 cold damage. You actually don't do slashing damage with sheer cold. Sheer cold is a AC battle axe. So as you manage to hit, you can see a small section freeze over of the hull, and it doesn't break away, but it looks like it's almost entirely made of ice at this point in that one section.
You keep cooling it, and that keeps melting the ice.
No, he's not
No, he
hitting
didn't
it.
hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this will be the last turn before the ship is
Reaches
close
us.
enough to start doing some scary things.
Okay.
Like what?
Scary
scary
things.
Worry about
things.
it. We're gonna do well.
Okay. Cannon time.
Cannon time.
Do you want to fire this one?
No, because I'm the only one that can light it.
Oh yeah.
As your hand is just like black. It's not like blackened because it's burning. It's just like full of
Her
soot.
fingers are
My-
gone.
fire.
Because I usually have like I'll wear like gloves a lot of times,
Yeah.
so like my one finger, like the whole like leather part of the glove is like completely gone now. It's just my finger.
You have like a 4-fingered glove,
Yeah.
not like a fingerless.
Okay. I'm recalculating. Where do I hit?
Same
the
spot.
same spot as the last time.
All right.
Come on.
Come on.
Evan.
Ah!
Natural 2.
It was an 8.
As it flies wide, and
No.
you do not manage, and you can see the door open to the of the airship.
Damn.
Across
The door?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Of the little cabin.
Of the cabin.
Are they gonna try to board us?
Maybe.
Probably.
We cannot fight. I've got no help.
Next up
No.
is attack the crack.
It's on
So are
you.
we sensing that? Like, are we feeling? Can we?
You have no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
But
no
are
idea.
they hanging below us?
Yes, but it's still attached to the ship,
Okay.
and you
But
can
they're
tell
not, like,
you can
level
tell it's
with
probably
us.
like 10 feet down. But you know the locks will give are about 10 feet tall.
They can just hop up.
Oh my god.
This is bad.
One of you better get it. That's all I'm saying.
Is that cocked? That's not, is it? I'm going home.
How did you hit one of the attacks?
That sucks.
I was
To be fair, you've only hit one too.
I did
not
not
hit
hit
one.
one.
Gray is carrying this.
I don't have any d20s left. I've got rid of them all.
I rolled a 4.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Like a roll of
Guys,
3+.
we're never
Right.
gonna get back to the material plane.
11
all
points of
die.
damage.
11 points of damage. As Gray, you can
New party.
see. You can now see a fairly big chain. You can probably like reach your arm through, to see, and the hole is just big enough for you guys to see. How much did you say again?
11.
To see the chain dip slightly
Oh no.
in the face of an almost pinkish rhinoceros.
Oh, they're
Oxogan
climbing on the
Climbing
chain
through the
again.
chain.
appear
Like last time.
right at the hole as they begin to climb up the hole, and you guys,
Hello.
you guys will you guys see them like put up like almost like a little like what's it called?
Like a ladder.
No.
Oh, zip line.
Zip line, a
Yeah.
zip line up. One of those handlebars to zip line as they
A clothing hanger.
Oh no.
as the this as you see, they seem to be going one at a time. So you guys have an opportunity as this pink rhinoceros is zip lining towards you
Great.
to do something.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay.
Is there somebody behind this one, like queuing up another zip
You
line
guys
thing?
cannot see that far.
Oh.
Yeah, so you guys
Do I only see the pink rhino?
yeah, you guys all see the pink rhino
Okay.
now. But you guys get an action as they're zip lining towards you.
We all get an action.
The three of you do. Actually, after this, everybody will roll initiative. But first, we are gonna have Eerie, Bree, and Pippin can use an action to do something.
Do we want to fire one more cannon shot? But it would use all 3 of our actions.
It would. It's up to you.
I think we should try one more time.
You guys have like only seconds before they're
If
there.
if it hits, it could like break
Disconnect
them apart.
the ship, and
and
then
then
we
they
just
would
have
fall.
those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I
You do it this time.
Okay.
I'll load.
Plus what?
6.
17.
17 hits.
Hey.
17 barely hits.
Okay.
So
and
as the
then-
cannon flies,
8d10.
arcing. Ballista. You guys said you were attacking the ballista before. No one changed what they were
even
attacking.
if there's
So
4.
Yeah, we're trying to break the chain off.
yeah.
You have two.
I have more actions.
So 8 is gonna be how many? Do you need some more?
Is this it?
I have 6. My card. Okay. So.
17,
And this is all of your turns before you roll initiative. You might have to. You'll have to roll initiative anyways because this
This?
rhinoceros will be
This
close
is
enough
40,
in order to
He's
board.
one.
Yeah, he might
49.
49.
I'm gonna give it to you guys because it literally has 1 health left. It's
Yes!
gonna, it literally had 1 health left. So
That's
I'm
right.
gonna give it to you guys because I'm so kind. As this cannonball flies, it skitters off the chain, slightly missing the ballista, which still seems to be attached, but severing with a loud, almost thunder-like clack as the chain falls away.
So the chain's still connected to our ship, but we broke it off of the little
Yeah,
ship.
and
how
there
many locks to get for on the chain?
was only 1 on the chain. So you guys
Oh,
managed to
Oh my god.
stop it. So everybody roll initiative for me. You guys see almost like the pink face of the Noxo gift through the hole.
This is the most stressful game I've ever played.
you big.
You guys have had some really intense sessions recently
Yes.
with a lot of combat
Can't wait to have a session where we
So-
just like lay
Yeah,
around and
we're just-
sleep.
Yeah.
Remember that time you guys bathed?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a nice session?
That was
Is that a 2-hour session?
Yeah, I thought this was gonna
We all
be
had a bath.
Okay, so
We're
I
always had the whole
need.
session in a pod talking about our feelings.
Yeah,
Yes.
That was good.
I miss the bath sessions we used to have.
So first
Everyone get in the
off,
tub.
I need a 25 to 20.
Oh no.
Oh,
Good start.
One away from that.
So 19 to 15.
19.
18.
Okay. So 19, 18. Okay, and then 14 to 10.
11.
11.
Erie is faster, so she technically goes first. 9 to 5.
Working.
You always roll so
9 to
bad,
5.
guys. 4 to 1.
3.
Wow.
Rounding out the end.
Okay, so Lonan, you are the first to act.
Can we take a break before we
This is gonna be really fast,
Okay.
so don't worry. There's literally all of you guys against this guy. I have a different time I want to take a break. So first up is
So I get like the first setup. Okay. So he's obviously way too close to me for any sort of damage done by my bow. I'm assuming. Like it's not like I can just be like. Can he? Is he
you
like
can
in front
step
of me?
back.
Yeah, so I can just step back.
Yeah,
and
you have
just
your
be-
movement. Yeah. You know
Because
what?
I'm basically like.
We're not gonna turn on battle cam because it's a really weird combat with multiple layers,
It's just one guy.
and it's just one guy on the edge of a ship. He's standing on the ballista on the edge.
Would I have like advantage because he's just in front of me, so there's really nowhere for this arrow
That's
to
actually
go?
doesn't.
You're too
Oh.
close.
No, I mean like, but he's like okay.
Yeah, if you take 2 steps back, you can roll normally.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
shooting him with a ranged weapon in front of him.
No, I
is
know
a
that. I'm just saying.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll step back.
Fire.
You said
So
you
as
could-
you drop
You're
your
gonna
pull,
want
Because that's dead on shot. That's what I'm saying is that like his face is right in front of me, so I'm taking a
the
shot.
mechanics of the game same.
Alrighty.
Are you gonna step back? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You just jump off the hammock, and so now you don't have the -1 to your attack roll
We're
too.
just taking a nap.
No, they were attacking on top.
Oh,
They had
I
to stand
didn't
on the
realize he
hammock.
was.
Yeah. They were.
I thought he was just
What
like.
is
They were attacking the crack in the hammer.
So 10.
10. 10 does not hit. So as your first arrow, like, pew, right into the hole. So you can make your second attack.
Alright. Should I attack with my magic? I'll just attack him normally. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's just one dude.
I'll do sharpshooter on this one just
Okay,
to see what happens.
sharpshooter.
So, let's see. Sharpshooter is minus
5.
5. So, plus 8. So, we're talking 22.
22 hits.
Yeah, so and I add 10 damage to
Yeah, so roll your dice and add 10.
Nice.
Nice. Good old sharpshooter.
Yeah. Wow. So, good thing I added it to it. So, 14.
14? Ooh. So so as you fire it, it hits right into the ivory of this rhinoceros's horn. And you more hear like a guffaw as like it's less pain and more startled because it didn't actually hit their like flesh. It went right through their bone.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. No, not like bone. Like right through their like almost like a really big fingernail.
Oh,
His tusk.
Yeah.
still gross.
So
Like his
14 you
tooth.
said?
It like went through his tooth.
Okay, next
I hate
up
when you
is
chip-
Bree. So Bree, you are standing at the cannon. You can see the ship
I hate
falling in the
when
distance.
chips
As Akano actually has literally just been like flying away the
Right.
whole time.
Don't you just hate it?
So if I look like down, I'm assuming then.
Yeah, you can
So
like
I
it's
can see
and
him.
they're actually like they are within. If you lean down, you can touch them.
Okay, so they're not like super far.
No.
So I can't do like a ranged attack really then.
You can step back and still see them.
Okay.
I will allow that.
Do it.
Just because of the area you're in, I will say ranged attack is
I
okay.
don't want to do this.
You're not
because
as
you're
close
in
as Lonan
range.
was to them.
Because you're in range. I
You-
don't know.
Just use a
I don't want to hurt anybody around me. My
just use a cantrip.
I could. I
You said it's all
suppose,
ranged attacks right now. He's not close enough.
but-
No,
I
if you
just-
lean and if you go prone, you
just
can
so
hit
I can
them.
plan in my head.
If you go prone, you can
I'm
attack.
gonna just take a gold coin out of my purse.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm gonna do nothing because I never do anything. Yeah, and I do nothing.
Oh.
I just throw a gold coin for no reason over.
And it bounces
side
off
of
of
the
his
room.
head.
No, it doesn't even. It like hits. You can hear it ding as it hits the chamber.
He's like, what the hell?
We
What
should
did you
trade that
roll?
for a different magic item.
Yeah,
She
I
rolled
hate
a
this
10.
I feel so bad. It's such a.
She rolled
I
a
mean, you
6.
actually used it pretty like usefully.
Who's
the other
who's
session.
next?
Next up is the pink rhinoceros.
Great.
As you see their hand reach up and like almost like crush the deck as they pulled themselves over, but they can't move any closer, so they're standing like at the edge. The cannon's in front of them. The three of you standing around them, as they will take out a rapier and stab one at each of you.
Oh no!
So first up is going to be Eerie. That is going to only be a 8 to hit.
Miss.
Yes. So Bree, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, it hits me.
So that is going to be that is going to be 9 piercing damage.
I choose not to take the jam.
I just
Just
sighed.
kidding.
When did you say that?
No thanks.
I don't.
It
do that.
actually goes against my beliefs.
Yeah,
The next up to Pippin. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
that hit.
Oh no.
So you're going to take.
No damage.
No damage because it fell on the floor.
You drop the dice. I
I'm
don't
going to
take
reroll
damage.
because I can't even read what it says.
That's fair.
And you're going to take 10 piercing damage.
10?
Yeah. At the
I
rapier-
fall unconscious.
Oh,
my
no!
God.
You fall backwards because that's the way you're facing. And you get
No, he
stabbed.
just falls.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's revenge
Right
for
Come
for
on.
Naughty Mall.
Yeah.
well,
Okay, next up is Eerie. You just see Pippin. You dodge out of the way of this rapier strike as you see Bree and Pippin get stabbed. Pippin right in the gut, Bree in the arm.
oh my god.
He falls unconscious.
So is he close enough now that I can make an attack? with him?
Yeah, he's standing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna double quarter staff him
Ooh, okay.
as hard as I can on his head.
So you will draw from between your weird hunchback
Yes,
wings
yes.
and strike. Oh wait, no, you
That doesn't
changed
happen.
into your outfit, so you're fine. Your wings are in.
Yeah.
The Naughty Mall wings are out.
16.
16 misses.
Oh.
I get another.
You get
one,
another
right?
attack for free.
We're gonna do it again.
Okay.
Your call, is that cocked?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I feel bad.
So 14.
14 misses as well. But you have a bonus action attack for free.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't talk to anybody.
Oh, okay, really bad. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do it one more time.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a 17 plus 7. So
No, yeah, 24 hits, 100%. So as you punch,
and it's I did double handed.
it has this
It's
has to
one-handed
be a
for your
punch. There
punch?
has to be a punch.
Oh, it has to be a punch.
Yeah, so it's a
Oh, okay.
d6.
Yeah, it's an offhand attack.
7.
7. Okay. So as you punch, and you can see a distinct like, as like a breath of air comes out.
Of his trunk.
And already, it's a rhinoceros.
Yes,
Oh.
I know.
This, and you realize it's a woman the whole time. This
Oh.
woman is actually
I
like
don't
that's
care,
what-
I'll hit a lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
hit a
literally
lady.
stabbed you and your friend.
Yeah.
Pippin, that's saving throw.
Oh.
Sadly, you're not in range of Gray because the deck is too big. Was that?
I thought it was a natural one. It's just a 7.
I was like,
I still fail.
yeah. Oh my god.
This isn't good.
I thought Pippin was just gonna like insta dive. That would be awful.
Well, I'm close and there's no healer.
Next up is Mac.
You guys are below deck.
You cannot. You see the.
Well, he knows
rhinoceros-
you're you know it.
Yeah, you know they're there now.
So I'll head upstairs.
Okay, so you make your way up. If you dash, you can get 25 feet of movement.
Yes.
You can get to the doorway, so you can see the fight now.
Okay, I'll do that.
So if you want to use a bonus action for anything, you can. But I don't know what you have.
I don't think I do have anything that's really bonus action. So,
Okay.
Oh no.
yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm good, yeah.
So Mac's just panting in the doorway.
No, dwarves are natural sprinters.
Next up is Gray,
Okay.
and you can follow directly after Nak if you want.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna do that.
As you're in the doorway, as Gray just immediately pushes you to the side and actually gets on the deck. You're not close enough for your and you would have had to sprint to do that, so you only have a bonus action.
Okay, how far am I, and how far would I have gotten with my movement?
You would have gone 60 feet, so you're outside of the doorway. 30 feet, you would have only gotten to the stairs. 60
Okay.
feet gets you to the doorway
Now,
onto the deck.
here's a question: from the stairs, would I have been able to see on the deck?
Not now.
Close to them?
No, because you would the doors look straight onto the mast.
Okay.
So they're off to the side too much.
No matter what, I'm going to cast my one and only, or not my one and only, but my last second level spell.
Is there a bonus action?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna Misty Step next to the down Pippin.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
I'm not gonna do anything. But
So
I'll-
you see a pool of inky darkness appear on the deck in front of you, Bree and Eerie, as Gray almost just ascends out of it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just step back a little bit.
I'm like,
You do.
All
you.
right.
I'm right behind Pippin, so kind of he's in front of the cannon, right? The big guy.
Yeah. So you're behind Pippin, so yeah, but you can see.
Oh,
So,
I'm
Lonan,
just
you're up.
stepping.
All right. Just to clarify, for my magic arrows, I decide after I hit it, right? Not before.
You don't have any magic arrows left.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
we didn't
but
do
This
that.
is your
Yeah.
fourth fight
Yeah.
of the rest.
That's true.
We're
This
running
is
on-
how D&D is supposed to be
We're running
played.
on sweat and
So,
cantrips.
at this point, he's already on.
Run that corn.
At this point,
Sorry.
everyone's really excited. They're too much.
Sorry.
So much corn.
Yeah. At this point, is he already on the ship? Is he already on the ship and everything?
Yeah, he's on the you see your friends run away.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just try to shoot him with an
You
arrow.
can't see him.
I can't see him at all.
No, because he's on the deck.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
up below
is
the
he- Oh, yeah, I'm
deck.
below and then up top. Okay.
You shoot.
How long? Movement wise, how would I be able to run up there?
You can get to where Knack is, but you would have to dash. So you won't have an action, but you can be on the deck.
Do it.
Or it would take 2 turns to get up there.
And then you would be kind of
Yeah.
doing nothing anyways.
Yeah.
By the time you get there.
It's better to just see what.
Dash.
No matter what, you can't attack till you
That's
next.
fine. I'll go up there then.
Okay, so Bree, you're up.
Okay. So he's still right in front
He's
of us.
right in front of you. Gray materialized beside you. You didn't even hear him get on the deck.
I'm pissed. I just
I'm,
lost a
behind
gold
you guys a
coin.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Not happy about it. I am going to do Mantle of Majesty.
Ooh.
What's that mean?
what does
What's
that
it
So,
look like?
so what it's gonna look like is
No problem.
So Eerie, all of you guys can see this but Pippin.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Hey, Pippin.
so I'm gonna kind of almost emit a light, I'm gonna say. That's gonna kind of go around me. And I am so all of you are kind of gonna be ooh, wow, she looks great all of a sudden. Even though I'm very injured.
Bree
And
is so
hurting.
hot. Do you
So
see how badass she is with those scars?
Like the
But
character from Mad
specifically
Max 3,
to
right?
is it a rhino?
Yes.
The rhino in front of me. I am going to have her do a wisdom save.
Ooh, okay, a wisdom save.
Ooh.
My-
12.
That does that? I don't know.
I-
What does it go against?
You're
My,
supposed
my
to-
spell? Okay.
Yours is
thank God.
16
Yeah,
or
it's
something,
fine.
isn't it?
I was I hope this is gonna work. And I'm gonna kind of see her eyes almost fade over.
Almost like you can almost see a sparkle in them.
Hmm.
And like a blush of red appear in their pink cheeks.
And I'm gonna say, flee.
As all of you see this rhinoceros woman turn and jump off of the ship,
Cool.
screaming, "I love you!" on the way
And I'm gonna
down.
be whew.
So her death.
Aw.
Yeah, she gone.
Well, you should have done that earlier.
Nice.
And everyone just claps.
Yeah, we all
Can
applaud.
I lay on him?
Pippin
And
goes
he's just
first.
oh.
Pippin goes first.
Pippin roll a 1.
Oh, he's
God,
fine.
17.
Yay.
Oh, I could have died.
I give you 2 points.
Did you already roll before that?
2 points.
So
are you
that's the
healing
last
me?
2 points he has. He saved the 2 points for this reason.
Yeah.
Okay, you
It's a good thing.
defibrillate me back to
Yeah.
life.
Defibrillate?
As the
Just
black
feel it,
electricity arcs
That's what the
through your
spell's
chest.
called.
No, it's lay on him.
And as Pippin gasps, you can almost feel everyone on the ship let out a breath of air. As you've been fighting, Akana's been piloting the ship safely towards the storm. as you guys are now at the storm front.
Is there rainfall on me as I wake up?
A mist is now appearing, and you guys feel very dewy from the small amount of perspiration that's hitting. As you hear it kind of shout, "We're going in anyways. I want to lose them.
That's smart.
I think it's a good idea.
They won't be able to see where we went.
Everyone, go to sleep. Lucky about our
perfect.
Val. We can cover it. We had rested it before. Okay, it's almost. You guys look rough.
Yeah.
We're gonna sleep as they sail through a storm. Or is it safe?
Oh, there's a hole in our.
I'm not even gonna
I've
go
traveled
try
through
it.
many storms myself. We'll be fine, Pippin.
I
the,
trust
the,
you.
the thunder's gonna keep me awake.
Go lay down, everyone.
Do you happen to have a
Ever-
tarp or something to cover the hole in the in our room of sleep?
There's a hole.
Yeah.
I can fix that.
I
Oh,
can
you
help.
can fix that.
I can
Okay.
help.
So as you all lay down to rest
I go in my hammock.
in your hammock, or do you go in the bedroom with?
I go in the bedroom.
Yeah,
with
they're not there because
That's
they're on
fine.
the.
I
Yeah.
go in there though.
Okay. So as you all lay down to rest, sleep quickly comes over you. And before we take our break, I need everyone to take a wisdom saving throw for me.
Who's
Is it possible that I spent an hour fixing the
Yeah.
hole in the wall?
Who's
Lonan,
within
Yeah,
10
yeah,
feet of
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Lonan, do you want to be Big Spoon or
Is
Little
anybody
Spoon?
within 10 feet?
Everyone but Erie makes this roll with a
Plus
+3
What
because
is-
of wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Wisdom save?
Yeah, because Gray emits a soothing aura at all hours
More
of
like
the
an
day.
Adiki aura.
Wait, do you have to
Yeah.
be? Is it incapacitated? Like,
It's within 10 feet.
but
of
can you be
me.
incapacitated for it to work? I think so, right?
Yes.
You're sleeping, so you're technically incapacitated. So wait,
It's
possibly minus that 3. I don't think so because I think when you're
You and allies within 10 feet gain charisma modifier as bonus on saves.
Yeah, he
then
always
yeah,
has it.
well you're unconscious. Then you're good.
I'm just double checking.
He just like it's that new perfume.
Yeah.
Pippin,
13.
19.
Do we add something from his or no?
I had 3.
plus 3.
So I rolled 11 plus 1, so 15 then.
Okay, so 13,
19.
15.
22.
21.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gray, what are you adding?
I have a 24.
Poor Pippin. So as you guys
Oh no.
go to rest, eyes shut tight, finally being able to feel rested and alive, and we're gonna take a break for this evening. And that was an awful sentence. I apologize. My God, take a break.
We're gonna.
So, thank you guys all for coming to our 30th session. I didn't even say it at the top. This is session 30.
Cool.
That's super exciting. We have really gotten really far in this campaign. I'm really proud of all of us
Yeah.
for sticking out this long. We will be back in about 10 minutes, and I ask all of you guys to stick around.
Stick around. Oh, that's really.
Hello, everybody!
We're back.
Welcome back to the slightly delayed All Fun and Dice session 30. I don't even know what the name is. Skybound? I think that's the name of the episode. Maybe I should start saying that. That'd be fun. So we just left off with our wonderful Undertons managing to shake off the and pursuing Fort Craven airships. They managed to just knock one out of the sky, and as it was luring itself closer to the gift of variety, they managed to break the chain. You guys now are all resting in bed, safely within a storm that Econo and his family think is a good idea to drive into in order to flee the oncoming Locks of Gift. So you guys are all resting very, very well. So
How's the weather?
you guys don't stay outside because you're sleeping.
No, but is the ship shaking? Is there thunder?
I will explain that in a second if you give me a moment.
Okay.
Pippin. And actually, Pippin doesn't even notice this because of the previous roll that everyone made.
Well,
So, Bree, Lonan, Mac, Eerie, and Gray, you are all startled awake as the ship shakes. And it's not the typical shifting and moving of the plane of air. It is more of it seems like something struck the ship. You can't tell from the direction, you can't tell exactly what it is. But as you wake up in your groggy state as the ship lurches, you hear a thunder crack
oh no.
right afterwards.
How long were we sleeping?
You guys were sleeping for a perfectly full long rest, 8 hours.
Very
Fine.
good.
I had already done that, so I was going to say if you make me take all this time.
No, you guys slept for 8 hours. I'm nice.
Thank goodness.
This is the 4th session on the same day, so I think it's fair.
Oh, thank gosh.
So, you guys are startled awake. The majority of you are in your hammocks. You were upstairs. Eerie, you notice that Lucky Mel and Animal are not in the room around you. You can roll perception for me specifically because of the area you're in.
Oh, nat 20.
That's funny. So you hear heavy, heavy rain outside of the window in the ship. And as you look over, you can actually you can actually see large, almost golf ball sized, you wouldn't call them golf balls, almost like big, large pieces of hail.
Okay.
Hitting the window.
Okay.
That's what you see.
I'm fully rested, right?
Yep, everybody is fully rested. All your hit points are back. All your spell slots and key points have returned.
Okay, so I won't go up on deck because I will get pummeled by hail.
Yeah.
But I'm going to, I guess, come out of the room and see if anyone is, like, in the, I assume, main underdeck area.
In the kitchen area, you
Yeah.
do not see anyone.
Lucky Mel? Naughty Mel? Nothing.
Nothing. Only the ever-present pounding of hail and rain against the hull and windows of the ship. What would everybody else like to do? Pippin's sleeping.
So I'm going to. So I walk up over to where Pippin's sleeping. How does he look? Because before he kind of passed. Basically, he kind of passed out, and then he kind of just like woke back up, right? And then he managed to fall back asleep. Does he look okay?
He didn't wake back up. He didn't wake up. He looks like he's sleeping peacefully.
Does he look okay? So he's like.
He's like curled up in his hammock. Tenaculum is under his head like a pillow.
I look really cute.
I'm gonna.
He does look really cute.
He's kind of like the blankets that he was like sleeping in is kind of like untucked, so I'm gonna like retuck him back in.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna head. I'm gonna kind of like hold on to like the side of the ship as I like because obviously it's like shaking and everything's clanking, and I want to try to go at least a little bit up. And try to find Willa just to see how the egg is.
Okay. Did anyone else? You actually would have taken the egg back, and you would be sleeping with the egg.
Oh yeah, I guess probably would have. Yeah.
I would. I just some assumptions.
So I would just leave. Then if I already have the egg, then at that point I'm going to leave the egg. I leave the egg on the hammock, wrap it in the blanket, or wherever we're sleeping, and I'm going to approach kind of up top. I just want to see how things are going up above.
Okay. Do you guys all go with him, or is anyone saying anything
I
to
would
each other?
go with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the engine room to see if Lucky Mel, is it Lucky
Yep,
Mel?
Lucky Mel.
If he's down there.
So you, so everybody, Knack, what are you doing while everybody's leaving?
I want to go to the doorway to the main deck of the ship.
Okay, so everybody ascends together. Bree, you kind of open up the trap door and call down to Locky Ball, and you don't get a response in the engine room.
Okay.
So you can only imagine that he's either sleeping or on deck.
Okay.
So Eerie, as you're calling,
Is there anything I can hold above my head to go above deck?
yeah, like a shirt, some clothes, a pillow. You can
Guess
roll
I'll
an
just
investigation
I'll
check
just
if
take
you
my
want.
cape, I guess.
Yeah.
And try and like
You have a
hold
hood.
it tight.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not really bothered by the cold if you put on your crown.
No, but I just don't want to get hit in the head by
Oh,
like
yeah.
a golf ball sized piece of hail and knocked
Ding.
out.
Fair.
So
Fair.
if we're gonna ascend and I don't see anyone down here, I guess I'll just flip my cape this way and
Yeah.
kind of pull it tight.
As you're calling, you do hear Eerie call outside. The three of you, and Bree, you're close enough. You hear Eerie calling out because you're above them on the kitchen because the kitchen
That's
attaches
right.
to the hall.
Yeah.
So you're in the hallway of their bedrooms. You guys hear Eerie call out. Anyone? Eerie?
Eerie, is that you? I can't is it kind of just light is very like basically every clash is basically the light that we see, or is it
It's
pretty
just
well lit?
right now. It's just it's not nothing's like rocking heavily right now. It was
Okay.
one big shake before.
Oh, okay.
Right now, you guys, it's kind of just very loud because of the rain and hail that you guys can all hear now, except for them.
I think he meant, is there light in the
That's
ship?
what I want to know. It's like
There are like torches.
okay,
and, like,
so
little
I can see
lanterns.
fine.
Yeah.
Eerie, how does it look out there?
I haven't been up yet, but from my window it looked like there was hail this big coming down.
Should we be careful and go up? Where's Akano? I want to make sure the ship's okay.
I haven't seen anyone.
I haven't managed to find where either.
I'm right here, love.
Lola is
And
just.
that's
I
when the
just
lightning
changed my
flashes.
voice slightly.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna go up and see because I don't think they're down here anywhere.
I'll go up.
Yeah, I
with you as
checked
well,
the
too.
engine room and Lucky Mel wasn't there, so I'll come up too.
So cloak up, her protective, and we
Yep.
walk up.
Are you guys going out as well? You said you wanted to go to the door.
Yeah, I'll step up with them and I'll put up. Actually, no, I'll just hold my shield above my head.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Oh.
No, sounds good.
I'll have my hand above my head.
I
Should we
also
go?
have
Yeah.
that fingers work.
Enough. So as you guys open the door, you guys have been out in storms before on the plane of air. You guys have gotten used to a lot of the like sway and movement of the ever-changing, hectic atmosphere of this plane. But as you open the door, who opens the door?
Probably, I would say
Yeah, I
you
would say
because
Make a
she was the
dexterity
one
saving
that-
throw.
Uh-oh.
With +3.
Is it similar
With
to the
plus
storm
three.
that with like the bird?
That's
Thunderbird.
Oh,
plus
you
10.
weren't in that. So yeah, that was like a front.
Sure.
26.
26. So you do keep your footing as a tremendous gale of wind howls and almost drowns out all thought. As you guys just, the noise and the white noise of the storm is overwhelming to you. And Pippin, you can roll a perception check for me as the door opens and it gets super loud.
Perception.
He's still sleeping?
Yes.
He almost died.
11.
Pippin, you don't startle awake, but you're more just like, there's like a white noise to the room now that wakes
Too
you up.
early, too early.
And you notice that no
Fun
one's around.
No one's around.
No one's around.
I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna poke Tenaculum until his eyes. Boop. Tenaculum, where is everybody?
Tenaculum
His eyes just
shrugs.
go like this.
Yes. And Eerie, you're pushed back into, I would imagine Knack would be next to you because he said he was close. You're pushed back into Knack, but you managed to keep your footing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I power back. I power through, and I'm walking on to.
Okay, every step is almost painful to take. As you guys, all five of you
Yeah.
trudge onto the deck.
I'm assuming we're kind of holding on to one another as we kind of like push through.
Okay, yeah, you can hold on. Does everybody else would like to do that as well?
Sure.
Might be smart, yeah.
Okay, so as you guys are holding onto one another in a tight grasp, you can almost, as you step out of the safety and sanctuary of the hallway, you almost feel like you're gonna be torn and thrown into the air immediately. But you guys manage to keep hold of one another and step outside. Visibility is incredibly low as the wind swirls and the rain and hail fall. And everybody roll a perception check for me.
Me too.
No, you're still downstairs.
Ooh,
No.
nice.
Me too.
Nice.
Umbri?
21.
23.
17.
19.
12.
So everybody but Gray.
Oh.
You guys hear a very muffled voice booming and screaming, but it's almost like a whisper, a mouse whispering through the white noise of the storm. And it's Akano. Keep the sails down! Hold them down! Don't fly! Commands like that are being shouted through the storm as was an explosion of light blinds you for a moment as a lightning bolt, and you can feel the ground beneath you shake. So all you can imagine is that some sort of bolt of lightning struck the ship.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Does the ship look pretty beat up? Like, does it look like just lightning? Has it just been crashing into it?
It looks like the ship does not look good. You guys can see some railing bits have been burnt off. And if it wasn't raining, you can imagine that there would be some fires starting along the ship. You can't even see above you into the rafters, but you can imagine that due to Ikano's calls, that Locky Mel and Nani Mel must be somewhere above, trying to get the sails lower.
Is debris kind of going everywhere around us? Like, are we just
There's
getting hit with like?
hail constantly. Yeah.
Okay.
We should help.
Akano, can you hear us? And I'm going to be yelling really loud.
You don't hear an answer.
We need to help Akano. We need to go now. And then.
And I'm imagining you're all shouting.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
Erie, can you hurry up and go and hold on to something along the way?
I guess I'm just.
Where are you going?
I don't want to go near the rails in case a gust of wind hits me and I go over, so I don't really think there's much for me to hold on to in the middle of the
Okay.
deck
But you can
floor,
just.
But I'm just moving towards Akano.
Okay, Akano is above on because the way the gift of variety is like the steering wheel, I don't know what to call it, is above the cabin area. You have to go up a ladder to get to it. So you know you can just walk along the wall to the ladder and try to climb up.
Okay.
Yeah. So the already labored steps are even more labored climbing, as you can feel like your body is almost a sail as you guys manage to go up the ladder. What is the climbing order of the ladder? Erie first.
Mm-hmm.
Knack was second.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
third?
And then I'll go.
And then Gray.
Pippin will be blown away. Like
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
What do you want to do,
upstairs.
Pippin?
I'm gonna hold Tenaculum close in my hammock and look around and go, hello? Where is everybody?
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
As Bree, make a dexterity saving throw.
Plus 3.
Dun, 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 dun.
Plus 3.
21.
So if you want, as a larger gust of wind howls in your ear, and you can have to tighten your grip immensely in order to stay on the ladder, as you're the last one to get up. But you manage to make it back onto the top.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are on now the top part of the ship where Akano is. You, Erie, you are close enough now that you can see the steering wheel and Akano knuckles grasp, and you can actually see Huela as well gripping the wheel, just trying to keep it steady. You can see they're even being pulled left to right.
I reach
Immense
their
wizards.
ear, or like behind Erie, because I can see them struggling, and I'm gonna help them hold on to the helm. That's what it's
Okay.
called, right? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
It
The
is
wheel.
called the helm. I will confirm.
I
I
have
mean-
very bad strength, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
I will assist as well.
Okay.
I can assist that too.
Bree, what would you like to be doing?
I was gonna use Mage Hand to help with holding it.
Okay. Yep, that's still assisting.
Yeah.
So everybody roll a strength check. Bree, you just get a free amount. You can roll a can actually, Bree.
Sure.
Because
oops, sorry.
yeah, roll athletics. I think it's a strength. You can do athletics.
Anybody can do athletics. Actually, doesn't
Erie
matter.
said no, so
I'm not going to roll
Yeah.
this.
Sorry, what did you want me to roll?
Arcana.
I only got 11.
11. Your mage hand it seems to be doing something. It's not like the wheel isn't phasing through it as
Right.
it spins, right?
10.
13.
1.
Oh,
So Loden, you are like almost losing your footing trying to hold on to the flailing wheel. But you guys feel like you're not really doing much work. But you can hear Akano's, "Thank you! I'm worried about this storm. It's a lot worse than anything I've ever experienced.
What can I do to help?
I'm not sure. Right now, we just have to make it." A crash hits. And everybody roll a quick perception check for me. This is really, really low DC. Even you, Devin, yeah.
15,
6.
22.
13.
19.
16.
All of you passed because it was 5.
Aha.
You feel almost like a moment of calm before the ship lurches and you can feel the deck almost go diagonal.
Oh.
As you guys slide back, all of those who are dexterity saving throw because you're not holding on, save from you because you're only holding on with a mage hand. As you all, even the one you said you were holding on, so it's enough to hold on to the wheel.
16, 24.
Okay, you guys are good.
I'm
You
in
guys
a
managed to
hammock,
keep your
so I
footing.
assume I just adjust.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
The
You're just
ship
like-
lurches, and you can feel it quickly and dangerously descending. Now, we're going to do a skill challenge.
Skill challenge.
This
So,
is actually fun. These
this
are
is
fun.
something we've done as a group before, as
Yeah.
me as a DM, a ship skill challenge to fight the storm. So, if for those who do not know what a skill challenge is, I'm going to be going around the table. We will be starting with, we'll start with Knack. We never start with Knack. So, we'll start with Knack and go around the table and end with Loden. And we are going to be doing 2 rounds of this. So, everybody will tell me what they want to be doing, and I will be dictating a skill that will that is most effective against what they want to be doing. They will roll, and it'll be a pass-fail. They will not know if they pass or fail until the end of the challenge. But yeah, that's basically it. We go around twice. If you try to use the same skill twice, it will be a higher DC to pass. So try to use your skills. You guys have a lot of really, really cool abilities on your belt, so I expect a lot. Matt.
I want to run to the engine room
Okay.
and just ensure that the engines are being fed properly after the lurch and all that.
Okay, so
turbulence.
again, these aren't in like initiative rounds, so you have enough time to be everybody's acting at once. So you are able to run down to the engine room, and I'm gonna say that is going to be a do an investigation check for me, because you are trying to check how the engine works and how well it is functioning currently.
That one.
That one. Now, you really can't tell if something's wrong or not. The air pressure that seems to be billowing out of the engine room, you don't know if it's normal or if it is, or if it's abnormal. You have no idea what's going on. So next up is Eerie. So you almost got knocked off your feet by the winds as it is lurching down towards the endless of waves.
So, he was shouting to Lucky Mile and Nanny Mile to keep the sails open,
Down, closed.
closed.
Yeah.
Do I see them, either of them?
You cannot see
Okay.
any because the haze of the rain and the hail are really blocking view. You
Do
can
I
only
see
really
any-
see within 10 feet of you.
Oh, so I don't see any sails that are knocked down.
You cannot currently.
Okay.
But it's not just one action, remember. You can do, it's a thing you're doing. Like, Nak ran and investigated to see if he could do anything. So, it's a whole, string of things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go, because I'm not helping with the steering. I guess I'm just gonna go back onto the deck and see if anything's wrong. So, I don't know what you would call that. Just going back. I'm gonna run back down the ladder and run onto the deck. And
Okay,
See if
so that is going to be
anything's
another
wrong.
investigation check. So it is going to be a higher DC.
Okay.
because you're just both investigating for right now.
And what am I rolling? Just flat d20?
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, so yeah, flat d20 at 8.
8. Okay. So you were very overwhelmed. As you run down, you get hit in the head by a piece of hail, and you're kind of dazed, and you don't feel like you're being really productive. Next up is Gray.
Okay. I'm just curious. So, is the ship going like that, and we're going this way?
The ship, as normally, it's like horizontal, and it's just like tugging
it's not
along.
tipping forwards backwards.
No, it's tipping forwards
Okay.
because Bree and Erie almost got flown off the back of the ship, so it is like nose diving currently.
Is there any cannons along the back of the ship?
Cannons?
Cannons?
No, the cannons are both on either side, left and
Only
right.
on the front.
They're on the main deck area, and they're on the left and right of the main mast.
Could I try to cut and push off one of the cannons
Yeah, that
to
will.
reduce the weight on the front end?
Yeah, that will be an athletics check to try to push the ladder. Not to push the ladder. Push the cannon off of the ship
Okay.
to lower the weight. And I will say, you can be attempting to do both because it is.
Okay.
It's not just one thing. You can attempt to push both of the cannons off.
Okay. 20.
20. So you manage, Gray, to you summon out of the wind and hail an axe and manage to cut the ropes easily and kick them off. And you can't quite tell, but you feel like that might have done something good.
Okay.
Next up is Pippin.
So I can tell that we're falling.
Yeah, you're under the mast. You still get to participate, but you can feel that you're nose diving after a huge crash.
Okay, can I move the mast goes through the whole ship, right?
Yes. So you are the mast is in the middle of the storage room where you are sleeping.
I want to take Tenaculum and wrap him around the mast, stretch him, and I want to if I can tie him to the mast, and I'm below deck still.
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to slow us if I can, and then I'm gonna take a syringe and stab him with it and cast Featherfall on Tenaculum.
You can roll Arcana for me for this.
I don't understand
Yeah,
what
so
you're trying
what's
to
it-
do.
So
Here.
Featherfall makes you slow fall. So I'm attaching Tenaculum to the ship and trying to slow our fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Arcana be this
It's better
one.
be a strong spell.
Oh god, I rolled really good.
Oh, really? I thought it was to say bad.
26.
26. So you managed to wrap Tenaculum over.
I want him to inflate like a
And the
floaty.
small gem that is within Tenaculum's body is almost pushing out of him by how thin he's stretched around this large mass. And as you cast Featherfall, you feel a small hiccup. And again, it's really difficult to tell because of the speed that you guys are nosediving, but you don't feel you can feel that in the calm of below deck, you can feel that you're maybe nosediving at the same angle, but maybe a bit slower.
So he's become almost like one of the balloons that are up top. He's like,
Yeah.
That was
Another
my
balloon.
goal.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and he's
that's
full
what I
of
was
little
picturing.
ethereal feathers.
Yeah.
As he's folded up, he's almost like a lifesaver. Great.
So I want to continue helping with keeping the ship kind of steady, I guess, with
Okay.
at the helm or the wheel or whatever
Yep.
you want to call it. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I know. Are there still people there with me?
Yeah. So everybody else has kind of run. I'm assuming Lonan is leaving as well. But at least Akano and Huiola are still there with you.
Okay. So I want to do almost more of inspiration kind of thing.
How do you want to inspire?
So I just want to be saying words of encouragement, kind of using my bardic inspiration, but
Yeah,
to
team
help
leader.
them.
Yeah.
And me too, but all of us kind of just we can do this, we can keep it steady, we can just kind of words of encouragement. I
Okay,
guess
I'm gonna
is what
have you
can
roll
do.
a persuasion check for that.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
You are a lovely team lead.
Oh my god. Not really. I only got 12.
12 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're speaking, you can see that Akana and Huiola, they're both gritting their teeth, but you can almost you catch Akana's eye and you can see a glint. You can see hope in his eyes. But sadly, as you see the hope, the wheel cranks, and you guys, all three of you guys, kind of go flailing to the right.
No.
And so, as much as maybe you were, like, you're definitely inspiring, you're definitely like some kind words giving these
Yeah.
people. You're not sure if it's actually making the ship any safer. Next up is Lonan.
So I'm going to take one last rope that I have, unless I can find some that are around
There's
us.
rope all over the ship.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you can find
grab
rope.
as much rope as I can, and in order to keep the helm like at steady, I'm gonna wait until he kind of has till Alcano has it in steady motion. And I'm gonna tie one rope on one side and one on the other, so the helm is basically held in place by the rope, and
Okay.
Alcano can then free his hands and hopefully help us.
Good idea.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you roll a sleight of hand check for that
Okay.
Cool.
to see how well you can tie these
Yeah,
knots.
I didn't have any extra. I had one extra rope on me, but it was only 30 feet.
You have enough. This is that. You have enough to do this
Oh my
well.
god, are you kidding me?
It's 2. I rolled 2.
Oh no. And that's plus your
So
sleight of
close to
hand.
nat 20, man.
What? Add it for me anyways. What's your sleight of hand addition?
So 5.
5? Yeah, okay. So you managed to tie the rope, and it seems to hold for a moment, and Bree, you can see this. And you even feel confident. You're like, the knots look sound to you. But almost in like the same breath, you hear like a ting, 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 and you can see the rope snap and the wheel just spin before Akano and all 4 of you can grab on and hold it again.
Okay.
So, Eerie, as you're running on the deck, and anyone on the deck can see this. Where are you again?
On the deck.
Yeah, so Gray and Eerie, you can both see this because you guys are up top. You see and hear a little bit of a wet thud
Oh no.
as Lachimal lands on the deck. Not from, it doesn't seem like he's too far, and you can hear a groan. Oh boy, oh this is hard.
Lucky Mom, what can I do?
I don't know, the sails are ripping open.
Are we starting with West again, or
Yep,
can
Nak.
I? Okay.
Yeah, you can go next, don't worry. Nak is
Yeah.
below deck, you didn't hear this.
Is the mast the tallest part of the ship?
Yes.
Okay. I want to try and cast protection from energy lightning on the mast.
Oh, okay. So you run up to back onto the deck, and you run up just in time to hear the groans of Lachimal and Eerie saying, "What can we do?" And you maybe you see Pippin as well. He might be in the room. You can see you can definitely see the big inflated saculum. But as you get up, do you want to climb the mast? Like, what are you doing specifically?
I mean, I feel like I shouldn't try to climb the mast, so yeah, I'll just
Hug it.
bear hug the bottom of it. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you cast
Yes.
protection from energy? Like, what do
He's
you
turning
do?
it into a lightning rod.
So yeah, but before I go touch it, I'll just kind of rub my hands together, and they'll kind of turn like almost into like anti-energy. Like they just kind of
So
like,
little
have, like,
sparks
this,
come out.
No, not even sparks. They almost like have this weird black glow to them, like a
okay.
black hole style.
Almost
really,
like
to absorb, like,
reminiscent
energy.
of how Gray's magic
Yes,
functions.
kind
So
of
something
close to that,
similar.
yeah. And then I'll just go and bear hug it.
Okay.
And then channel that spell through the.
So you can roll Arcana. It will be slightly higher DC, but I really like how you did that, so it's not going to be that much higher. Oh no, everybody can see all my things.
Oh, that's what we're fighting?
No more fights.
What'd
Yeah.
you roll?
4.
Man, these.
So I got a
4.
+1 to that, so it is a 5.
But
Should it be
so,
Arcana with his wisdom, since he's a wisdom caster?
Yes. Arcana with your wisdom instead.
9.
Okay. So it's still too low, sadly. So you do notice that the negative energy, it does spike up.
Yeah.
It was a
And you
cool
can
idea.
see this almost like the weather stops hitting the mast of the ship. But you can see that it only affects the wooden mast, and the sails seem to still be affected. You don't hear any lightning strikes immediately. You're unsure if it's going to do anything. So Eerie,
Yes.
after your conversation with Lachimal,
Uh,
or during.
I am going to try to climb one of the sails that's ripping and like maybe bring a rope with me and try and tie it down because they want it to be.
Knit it back together.
Okay, so you're going to be trying to climb the mast in order to be tying down.
Well, they want them to be closed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
How do you keep them closed?
right. They're like ripping open up in the mast. So normally they're tied, but something's happening up in the mast. You're not.
Okay, so I'm just climbing up the mast then.
Okay.
What's the rope just to see what the heck's happening?
Okay, so you can roll acrobatics to. I'll let you try to tie them as well, but we'll do acrobatics because you're mainly trying to do your preliminary search.
14.
14. So you manage to get up, and you can see that Nanimal is struggling to bear hug around one of the sails as it's ripping open. You can hear her groaning and as she's hugging around this mast, and it's almost seems to be ripping open past her. But you go and give her a hand, and you hug and hold around it, and the two of you manage to keep that sail closed.
Okay.
Next up is Gray.
Who fell on who had the thud?
Lucky Mel.
Lucky Mount? And they're still on the deck right now,
Yes. Yeah, they haven't gone anywhere yet. You can see his wings are pressed tightly against his back.
right? Okay, does he look injured?
Slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can easily tell with your doctoral background.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't you guys know Gray has a doctor?
Dr. Gray.
Yes, I'm very smart.
Dr. Gray.
Definitely.
Pippin doesn't even have a doctorate.
Yeah, but I'm more of a mad scientist.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to Lucky Mount and I'm going to lay on hands and try to heal him for any damage he's taken.
Okay.
And my thought process is having him healed up is going to do more than what I can contribute to the.
Roll me a medicine check for that.
12.
12? Alright. So you lay your hands on, and the storm darkens for a moment around you and Lucky Mal as your magic pours into him. And you almost see his veins as your magic spreads through all of them. And he opens his eyes with a gasp. I have an idea. And he runs away. Next up is
Be
Pippin.
free, go.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still below deck.
Yes.
We're still falling.
Yeah, you can still feel the nosedive boom hard.
Okay, so I've inflated Tenaculum as a counterbalance Bowie.
Yep.
The hole is still in the deck that they smashed open, right?
Yes.
Can
and
I
the
start-
water is coming through it slightly. It's only small.
Can I start?
Because Mac patched up poorly because it's Mac.
Can I start throwing heavy things out of the hole to
It's
lower our
not
weight?
big enough for that. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. I gotta use my spells. This is a life or death situation. I am going to take another syringe and hold it in my mouth and army crawl over to Tenaculum, and then I'm going to enlarge him to try to make him even bigger. And he can fly too, so he's
Yeah.
I'm trying to make him as big and as inflated as possible.
Okay, so you're going to enlarge the small Tenaculum
Yeah.
to a medium-sized creature who's already inflated with Featherfall. Alright,
Yes.
this is going to be an Arcana, obviously with Intelligence, because that's your spellcasting modifier. It is going to be a harder DC just because we have had 2 Arcana uses already.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. Gotta stop using those spells. That's a 23.
23. So you manage to inflate the ever bigger Tenaculum, and you almost get pushed against the far wall with Tenaculum's sheer volume at this point.
Okay.
But with that enormous, you guys, even above deck, you can feel almost like you're in zero gravity. You're stopped for a moment before the plummet has begun again. Slightly slower once more. Bree, you're up.
Okay, I want to. I don't know what to do. I am going to take a coin out of my purse,
Yeah.
a gold coin, and I'm going to use Prestidigitation, which I can create a non-magic trinket.
Yeah.
And I want to make, using my gold coin, or I'm going to use my one of my platinum ones,
Okay.
actually, a bar. And I want to stick it through.
Is it an illusion? I think
No,
you
it's
can
create
or
it.
illusion.
You can create
It's a It says a non-magic trinket or an illusion.
You can summon it. You don't need to make it out of
Yeah,
something.
I mean
You
it's
can
cool. It's a
create it.
platinum rod. I like the
I
idea.
just wanted it to be
Cool.
sturdy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to shove it through the helm to keep it steady so that the wheel is not
Okay.
jerking and moving.
I'm gonna have you roll I'm going to have you use your charisma modifier on this because you're using. I'm not going to make you use an Arcana check because you're not. It's like you're using your Arcana to make something, so I'm going to give you the intelligence modifier for this.
Okay.
I'm going to let you roll athletics, which
Okay.
we have used before, so it's going to be a bit harder, but you can use your charisma modifier with it.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
So athletics, which are not proficient.
So just add +5.
So just add +5.
Okay, so 12.
13.
13, sorry.
13. So you manage to stick the bar in, and it holds for a moment, and another breath, and another breath, a bit longer than the rope did, before you lose your grasp,
Ugh.
and the bar once again shrivels into a coin in your hand.
It goes flying.
Woo! No, it stayed in my hand. I'm not losing another coin.
Maria's like, all of
Last.
my money.
Last but not least is good old Lone and Blue.
So, realizing that I'm so bad at tying this helm and whatever we're doing to this helm is not holding properly, I'm going
As
to
Bruce shoves.
try and gather as much rope and basically wrap it around myself, wrap it around everybody that's on the deck that cannot fly. So all of whoever can fly, like I think it was Akano and the two twins can fly.
Yeah,
I can also.
Akano can't fly.
Oh, Akano can't
Only
fly.
the twins have wings.
So I'm gonna tie it around basically
You can't
everyone
fly
except for the twins if I can. If I anybody that's around me, I guess. Like obviously, I'm not gonna run like 20 feet around.
So it's you, Bree, Akano, and Nani and Hoyala because
Sure.
you're the four
I'll
closest.
try to tie not us together, but at least individually, kind of thing, if we can.
Okay, that's gonna be another sleight of hand. You've already used it, so it's gonna be a higher DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay. So you managed to tie yourself, Bree, Huiola, and Akano together to the mast. I imagine the opposite side, not the mast, the helm. The opposite side, so it's not spinning. But you guys managed to, Akano can still keep his hold. And with that, tied, wrapped up tight, Pippin and who else is below deck? Lucky Mel, below deck. And the rest of you all in the free air. 2 of you on the sails. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. The 2 of you can make with advantage because of the rope.
Not me, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, you're good.
Oh my god, I rolled a 1. Could you imagine?
Oh.
Okay, thank God.
Dexterity.
Yeah,
That
dexterity.
was me too, because my first roll was a 7.
No one
so
is
it was
close
not
enough to
good.
Gray though. Wait, where are you again?
I healed what's your Lucky Mel.
You were close enough to Knack to get the
Okay.
plus for Knack to get the +3.
Me first?
Yep.
17.
Okay.
7.
I'm in
7?
the air.
7.
She
No,
rolled
you
a
didn't have
nat
to
20.
make one.
Oh.
I said everybody above deck.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
you're fine. You get smashed against a wall as once again a crack of lightning hits the ship. Not the mast, but Knack, you distinctly see that the mast was not hit by this strike of lightning. It hit the smaller sail in front, but this lightning cracks, and the ship teeters and teeters and teeters. And Pippin, you can hear it. Before a deafening. And you all wake up in bed. The hammocks are swinging. You just heard a crash. It's really loud. There's a lot of white noise. The hail is hitting the walls. Pippin's soundly sleeping in the hammock once more.
What?
What do you guys do?
Did we dream?
Wow, I was having the craziest dream.
Do you?
So is it still hailing? Is it still really stormy outside?
Yeah,
Am
you
I-
guys awaken to like the ship teetering, almost as if it had before.
Am I alone in that room still?
You are alone in the room again. You're not in the hammock.
Could have swore that. Anyways,
That was awful.
I thought we just went down.
I dreamed that the ship was crashing and I tried to save it and
I did as
I
well.
didn't.
So did I.
So did I.
I
You're
as
sleeping.
well.
Oh.
Is it odd that we all dreamt the same dream? It's just does not.
How did the ship go down in yours?
As we're talking, is it like the shit like all over the place?
You can hear the first crash had woken you up, and you can hear the white noise of the rain and the hail.
Anything like our dream, I don't think we should sit here and talk. We should go upstairs and see if Condor needs our help. And I'm going to begin to walk
Well,
up this time first.
That's what we did last time, and it didn't go so well. In my dream, anyway.
No, not in mine either.
Do you think we have a second chance
It's
to
possible.
do it properly this time?
This time, should we work together then? And I'm going to reach my hand back to like help somebody else behind me as I begin my...
I don't know if you want my help.
So you guys go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm going to
I'm still asleep.
I don't go upstairs.
Did
this
no
time.
Yeah,
one
you're
wake me
yeah.
up?
Did you even leave your room?
No.
I'll kick
No, you're still in
Yeah.
your room. You're just sitting in the bed.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
If it was a dream or not.
Okay, so the four of you, you wake up Pippin.
Yeah, kick him.
Oh, I was
Go
gonna
away.
wake him up too, but that's fine. Yeah.
Mac just
Oh.
kicks down.
What's happened? You need to explain it to me. I was sleeping.
When they awaken you, the last thing you remember is that crash.
I was just dreaming about this.
Dreaming of what?
A crash.
Us as well.
What are we gonna do about it?
Well, not what we did last time.
Yeah.
It wasn't very successful.
What happened? Do we still have all of our spells that we used? Yes or like am I missing spell slots?
How do you know if you're missing spell slots?
I assumed I would know how many resources I have left.
Do you look?
Yes.
You notice that you have everything on you.
Like I haven't used any.
You have not used a single syringe.
I think that was super weird. What are we doing? What's the plan?
I think we're gonna head back upstairs.
And do what?
Something
Not what we did last time.
But or
Let's
maybe
go
do the
find
same thing but be
Eerie.
successful?
Let's find Eerie and see if she had the same dream.
Okay.
Yes, let's will
So you guys
success,
wake up,
right?
and you guys know where Eerie sleeps now.
Eerie.
You guys go into the Econo, Lucky Man Animals, and Huela's quarters, and you see Eerie as Eerie Mall just like rocking on the bed.
Eerie, what's going on?
I don't know.
Did you have a weird dream that we all had about the ship crashing and us trying to stop it?
I've been sitting here trying to think if it was a dream or not. It felt too real to be a dream. And if you guys had the same dream, I don't think it was a dream.
I think it was like a premonition of some kind.
What if it was time travel?
That's impossible.
What if the giant sent us back in time or something?
As you guys are talking, sent us back in time, and the ship teeters and starts to nosedive.
Oh no.
Here, let's just wait and see what happens.
I'm gonna
This is a
run.
good idea.
I'm gonna run outside, but this time I'm gonna climb the mast immediately.
Okay,
You
and
know-
you can see Lucky Mel and Naughty Mel gripping like you saw Naughty Mel before. All
Can
up
I
and down.
have grabbed rope on my way?
Yeah.
And instead of trying to hold it with my hands, I'm gonna try and tie as many of them
Sure.
as I can.
Roll sleight of hand for me. What is that? Everybody else?
I think we should just wait and see what happens. The best predictor of future outcome are past outcomes.
Can you
So
kick me
chances
back to
are
sleep again?
it'll help us.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
restart back where we were. Maybe.
I wouldn't bet on that.
That's a
I mean,
dumb
it could
idea,
happen, but
Is
you
there?
could also
Dumb
die
idea.
the next time around.
I'm gonna go back and try to do the helm thing again. This time.
I think
Okay.
I should try
Sleight of hand.
something different.
23.
23? Okay, so you managed to do a really good knot
Okay.
and tie around the mast, and you, Lucky and Naughty Mel, are all able to descend.
Okay, so
From the
now all
sail.
three of us are free to help.
Yeah.
With other things.
I'm gonna try to cut the cannons again.
Okay, roll athletics.
We're just doing the same thing. I rolled 9.
A 9. So you are not able to, like, once again, ding, 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 snaps, and you are not able to tie down the wheel.
Oh no.
Nine.
Max, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the smaller sail mast this time, and I'm gonna try to do what was it, protection from?
There's only
energy?
one sail.
No, there's a smaller sail. There's
There's
the
a
main
smaller
mast
sail,
and a
yeah.
small sail in front. There's
Yeah.
two sails.
Ah.
So we'll go there and I will cast protect. I don't
Well, I
have
can.
that
We're just doing the same thing.
I rolled a 9.
So you are not able to stop and cut the. Like, you managed to kick,
Finally.
but they feel solid this time. You like something's happening. Your heart's racing. You aren't able to push these cannons off.
18.
18. So you manage to fully embody the mast and the sails of this time. And you can fully see that encompassing, but this main mast is still vulnerable. to your knowledge.
Take that, dream.
Roll an intelligence. No, you don't even need to. Pippin, you're doing nothing, right?
I'm waiting in Erie's room on the bed.
Now, you notice, and you noticed before, that at this point, the ship should have been slowed already by something. And you feel like you guys are just going faster, faster, and faster.
Why isn't the ship slowing? And I yelled at it.
Yeah. Bree, would you like to do anything?
Okay, so how many strikes of lightning have happened?
So far, it is the first one that woke you up, and the second one that's called the nosedive.
So there's another one coming.
Yes, you know that there's a third one that whatever happened,
Or
happened.
something.
Yeah.
So I am going to wait for the third one,
Okay.
and when the third one's like, when I kind of like see it coming, I'm going to like thunder wave and try and like hit the lightning
Clap
with my
back.
thunder wave
Okay. Okay. So
to see if I can stop it from hitting the ship.
I'm gonna have you
It's
roll
like my-
perception to see how
Okay.
if you can predict it.
Probably not, guys.
Ooh,
17.
17. So Bree, you see the lightning bolt arcing down towards the secondary sail and you see it arc, and you see it like bend, almost like very strangely. Like it looks like it's gonna hit, but then like arcs over top and goes towards the second mast, and you thunder wave, and it dissipates. And the rain continues to fall,
We're still
and the hail continues to fall. But you realize the ship's going really fast. And everybody on deck can roll a perception check for me.
natural 20.
12.
21.
17.
Okay, everybody notices a chunk of wood fly past your heads. And another. And another. Bigger and bigger pieces. Whoever's at the front, Mac, you see the whole small sail tear up in front of you as the ship is being torn to shreds. And as you teeter on the brink, the ship collapsing farther and farther into this endless storm and void. You wake up in bed.
All of us?
Pippin's sleeping.
Oh.
Rocking in your hammocks. A lightning crash. The ship rocks. It all seems so familiar. And this happens again. And again. And again. And again.
Oh my god.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Over and over and
Is it like a
over
wormhole or
and
something?
over. No matter how many masts you protect from lightning, no matter how many lightning bolts you deflect, you let nothing happen, the engine fails. The lightning bolt hits, it blows up. Fires spontaneously erupt across the deck. All manner of things. Everything almost seems hopeless. The 6 of you and the 4 of the crew trapped in this endless cycle of almost death and panic and cold and rain. You've lost count of how many times you've had to wake Pippin up, of how many times you've awoken in the hammocks. What do you guys want to do?
Alright, I've been thinking through the last 10 reoccurrences.
Do we all get like one thing to do, or do we all can do this?
You guys can talk.
we have, I'd say, about 10 minutes before this dream ends and the next one starts.
Is it possible we're going through some sort of what happened before with our bags of holding, where we're just continuously spiraling through?
But that's not what happened with the bag of holding.
I don't know exactly how it works, but just something along those lines.
I think we might be caught in some sort of temporal storm. Maybe. I have no idea. I have
What?
absolutely no idea.
Akano said that he was used to the storms like this. Perhaps
He said
there's...
he wasn't used to a storm like
No,
this.
before we started, he said, "Don't worry, I have experience with storms." So
I think he just meant normal rainy storms, not
In,
repeating
in one
storms.
of the dreams,
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, when I talked to Akano, he said he's never experienced a storm like this before.
And you guys have all noticed that Akimo, Nanimo, Akano, and Huela don't respond. Like, they don't really, like, react. They're like, this hasn't happened before. You're just dreaming. Like nothing. They don't seem to be aware.
You guys, cleric and paladin, can you guys maybe do some sort of divine intervention? Can you ask your patron deities for aid?
Sure, I'll try. And then I want to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
So what is protection? Tell me what that does.
So until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have a disadvantage on attack rolls. They can't charm, frighten, and I can't be possessed by them. If I'm already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, I have advantage on a new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What kind of creature? Does you get that on all
Plus
the creatures,
3?
or do you have to choose a creature?
All of them.
Oh.
All of them. Yep. It's good and evil.
Oh!
What would you roll?
That one. Hello. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's like his 10th.
Can I do
that
divine
one
sense?
save. That's insane.
Divine sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Presence.
I've gone through all of
Strong
them, like,
evil
multiple
registers on your
times.
senses. Like
You should just stick with one.
As an action, you can open your awareness to detect
Wes,
such
you
forces
have
until
such
the end
good
of your next
ideas.
turn. You know the location of celestials, fiends, or undead. I'll do celestial.
Within what range?
60 feet.
60 feet. So, Knack, you feel protected. You feel a warmth in your chest. Somewhat distant, though. It almost feels like a summer's breeze is rushing by you. And you get a determination, but ultimately you kind of get sucked back into this like depression and this hopelessness of the endless cycles.
Of my dice rolls.
Gray. So it's been about 5 minutes. You guys know that you might have only half of this cycle left. Gray. As your senses expand, everything feels normal until you get past the ship. And as soon as your senses reach past the hull, you almost feel overwhelmed by a celestial presence surrounding the ship.
I'm curious. Place your object that has been consecrated. Does that affect anything? Consecrated or desecrated as with the Hallow spell? Anything else?
You know it's a celestial energy around the ship. That's what that's what you can sense.
All right.
I don't think that's
I'm
why.
feeling like a strong celestial presence, like almost like we're stuck in a celestial tornado.
Like it swallowed us or something?
So they're similar to what
Possibly.
you had in your sword, or whatever that is.
No,
Different.
That's an elemental.
that's an
Oh,
elemental.
sorry.
Don't you know the
It's-
difference between celestials and elementals?
Yeah, this is a more angelic celestial.
Is it a possibility that we could attack it or prevent it from happening over and over again?
I have no idea.
My spell last.
Shall we try?
Okay.
So should probably-
How do we
It'll-
attack a celestial?
I know it. Yeah.
Oh,
We need- I don't mean, I didn't really see anything we could hit. I
Maybe
don't-
we can make it throw us up.
The second one.
I don't-
Teetering down.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
We have to go now and try a few things before we go back another cycle.
Oh, maybe it would be better to just start next cycle.
What would happen if we just jumped off?
I was thinking that. I
You
could
wanna go
cast
try?
Featherfall. Let's try. We'll just restart. Me and you?
Yeah, we hold hands.
Okay.
Alright.
So you guys run off onto the deck.
Yeah,
And
it's
jump
been like, I'm assuming it's been like tens of times that this is repeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we
We're kinda going
We
insane
dive
a little
together
bit.
holding hands.
So you guys all run up, and do you guys all go up to deck to watch
I'm
them
like-
jump?
I'm like running
No.
more out of like fear of what they're doing because I don't know that it's the best idea to
Yeah.
jump off into
well,
like.
I just want to know
open
who's
air.
gonna watch.
So I'll be there to watch.
Okay, Knack.
While they jump, I'm shooting an arrow into the sky.
Okay.
You just hear, ow!
So, Knack,
Do that.
are you watching?
No.
No. Okay. So you're just chilling.
Yeah.
Bree, Lonan, and Yuri, you see Gray and Pippin running and jumping and free falling like a pair of paragliders, like a pair of skydivers, hand in hand, cycling into the mist.
What song do we think we play during this moment?
I'm like
Don't
a
you?
bird.
Okay.
I imagine more like Druid Sandstorm, just some dubstep
Yeah.
as they like metal jump off. You guys see them disappear into the mists as the dreaded lightning bolt crashes into the ship. An explosion. and you wake up in your hammock. The four of you, of course. Your party, the Endertons. Bree, Lonan, Knack, and Eerie.
Oh. I don't believe.
Are you saying that in such a way that we don't?
You have yeah, the four of you guys wake up. It's another cycle. Eerie's still not in the room. The three of you guys wake up, as you always have.
So we don't remember that at all. We
Remember who? There's only the three of you.
Does Lonan still have my
That's
name
what he's saying.
tattooed on
Yeah.
him?
We don't even know.
we don't
it.
know who they are.
Yeah.
Oh, man, with stuff in this lubricant, I feel as if I'm not too sure
So-
exactly what to do at this point.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, first, win some saving throw while you ask. You can ask me, like, you can ask after.
Yeah, right.
So, do we remember anything that he said?
Exactly.
Or seeing. The
Like,
jump off.
what do you mean? Like, the celestial stuff?
There you go.
Yeah.
I broke
No.
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 Okay.
14.
14. But, Knack, you feel it's like something's missing. You don't know what it is. And you can tell that you didn't cast a spell, but you can feel that summer's breeze like leaving your skin. And you know that there's like, why are there 6 hammocks but only 4 of you?
You forget the corn.
No, the corn's still there.
Oh,
Orange
sorry.
has a hammock.
The corn hammock!
Hammock.
Yeah, but and you feel like you know what spell left. You know that divine protection from good and evil is the spell that is like now fading from your skin, and you can infer that that is what kind of sparked this memory.
Meaning, like, would I take that to mean that like it worked?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't know anything else though. Okay, so I will follow that up with I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Okay, and what is the range of that?
30 feet.
30 feet. So same thing as when Gray did a similar action. Your senses expand. Nothing in the ship, but as soon as you hit the hull and pass through it, you're like assaulted by this like incredible divine celestial energy surrounding the ship as the second crash hits and the nosedive.
Really strange, but I don't remember casting a spell before, but I kind of sense when we woke up in this cycle that I was being protected from some kind of good or evil force. And so then I just checked to see what was around us, and there was something outside the ship. We can't see it when we're out there, but there's some kind of force acting.
Like what?
Actually, hang on. I don't know if the spell tells me, or if I just...
I don't think so. I think you would just
Can we
detect good and evil would tell you.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it does, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you know it's celestial. Yeah.
It's celestial. Yeah, there's a celestial magic kind of, like, not... And I assume I'd know that it wasn't the storm, right? Like, the storm's not a celestial magic? I don't think it's the storm.
Oh, I was like,
Like,
oh.
I think it is the storm, but, well, the storm's being created by it. Like, it's maybe an illusion.
Can I run onto the deck?
Yeah.
And I want to like run to the edge, and I want to cast Mantle of Majesty and like scream out, "Stop!" like really, really loud. So you have to do like, if there's somebody to stop, you would have to do a Wisdom save because I'm using command.
Okay.
Okay.
14. Does that pass?
No.
she's 16.
Stop.
16.
So no one else. Bree is the only one on
I
deck right
stayed.
now.
I literally am just in my bed.
When was the last time you left?
Yeah.
Bree, for a moment, literally a blink of an eye, and you take all of this in. There's nothing around you. You can see 2 bodies slowly falling. And you don't know who they are,
Okay.
but they're falling into eyes. And as you look up, their eyes, and around you, eyes
Oh no.
surrounding you,
This is
everywhere,
weird. I regret doing this.
staring at you. As the storm comes out.
I'm just gonna be like, I think in shock.
Yep.
So
Terrifying.
I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay.
I'm just like holding on to the edge, and I'm like probably shaking.
As this time, you kind of just feel an intense searing pain, and all of you feel it at once as you scream in unison and wake up in your hammocks. Early.
Us four again.
And you guys know this is at 8 minutes, not 10.
Oh no.
After you used your mantle.
Do I remember?
You do remember. And you remember everything. But we're going to jump to our free-falling companions.
Oh my god.
Who do remember
I'm
everything.
gonna put my goggles down.
And they realize that and they have been falling for a few seconds. And they see, as they fall through the storm, they hear a boom crash behind them. But they don't wake up in their beds. They don't wake up in their hammocks. They're falling. Pippin and Gray, you're falling.
Pippin, grab my hands. What do we do?
I don't know. Should I cast Featherfall?
Yes.
Okay, here. And I'm gonna stab him with a syringe and inject it. And stab myself with a syringe.
So
and
as
inject
you
it.
do that, honestly, you look down and you land
What?
What do we land on?
on a fleshy, soft surface.
What is this ground?
Slightly bumpy, not really like large mounds. And you really can't see past you. It's almost like dark. But not like actually dark. It's just like almost like your vision is being restricted. But looking up, do you guys look up?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see the ship hung stationary about 200 feet above you. And you can see movement running around. You see Bree run up to the edge and stand and stare, and then just pop out of existence. You see Lockie Bell and Donnie Ball hanging and holding onto the sails, endlessly moving and shifting, but then popping back up there every so often.
There's things moving. So we're standing on a fleshy surface. There's darkness around us, and we can see the ship in the air, and there's stuff moving around it.
You see, like your compatriots, your friends. They
Okay,
have
that's what's moving around
Yeah.
the ship.
What?
That's why I described who was.
What the
moving.
heck is going on?
I have absolutely no idea, but it appears that we've fallen out of whatever sort of reality warping mechanism that is. What are we standing on?
This is the
It's like
celestial
it pushes
feeling that I'm
underneath
getting.
you.
Can I like scratch at the ground?
Yeah, and a little bit comes off. Both of you guys can roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, so good. 23.
15.
You guys both realize that you've stood on something similar to this before, but you don't know what, Gray. Pippin, it's right on the tip of your tongue.
I think I know what it is.
I'll let you assume what it is.
What?
Do you remember when we landed on that giant whale when we first came to the plane?
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's what you think?
I think,
That island, right?
you know, we landed on the back of a forest, and then we found out the forest.
The turtle.
It was a whale.
Whale.
It was great. Weibulera.
Ulabuela.
You know, the monkey people worshipped it, and they
Yeah.
followed it around.
I remember that.
I think we're standing
In
on.
side of one?
I don't know if this maybe. I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I don't think we should attack the ground. Okay, so I'm curious. Looking around, we don't see very far, right?
Yeah, very limited. It's
But we see
odd
the
because
ship
you can see
perfectly.
up. Yeah, you can see up. But like around you just seems like weirdly like shadowed.
How many times can I do my divine sense? Can I do it again?
While you guys are discussing this, we'll jump back. It's been a couple sessions where you've kind of just been like stationary for like a dozen sessions, kind of just in shock. You guys don't really understand what's happening around you, but you wake up in this one, you feel sound enough to speak.
There's eyes everywhere.
As
What?
if we're
Eyes.
being watched, you mean?
Like,
In the sky.
I think us sitting here not doing anything is
well, let's shoot a cannon at him.
that might be
I don't think it will do anything.
can always try.
But there was people falling,
People falling.
and there's eyes everywhere.
Shall we attempt to attack, like you said?
I think we should try shooting cannon at it.
Before doing that, would that enrage it any further and cause us to perhaps no longer be in the cycle of dreaming and perhaps be dead? Seems to have control over us. I would hate to.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. You said it was like celestial magic,
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
and there's eyes everywhere. It could be hundreds of creatures. It could just be one. I don't know.
Well, let's try.
Could we attempt instead of attacking, maybe talking to it, or is that not an option?
I suppose we could. It did. I mean, I told it to stop, and it did seem to kind of like pause whatever it was doing for just a second, for like a moment.
Shall we vote real quick on what we're going to do next then? Make it a kind of a group decision on attacking it or talking to it.
Well, I mean, we can always try talking first, and if that doesn't get anywhere, just attack after.
Let's try.
Alright. Yuri, is that okay with you?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, you guys know.
I wake up in a different room
Yeah,
every time, so
Yeah.
it would take me a minute to get down to where you guys are.
I imagine you probably
I have a
would
question.
now.
Is this snow globe or Pippin stuff in the room?
No.
Alright.
Ooh.
Alright, so we'll go up on deck.
Okay.
All seeing celestial thing. Hello?
We know you're out there. Can you please stop this and just tell us what you want?
If
That's
we
a real-
angered you, we're sorry.
You can
Oh,
roll
you're-
persuasion if you want, except for 11 because you didn't say anything.
Sure. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, that 20!
Oh, what's your not 20 like added? What like was the full number?
Persuasion?
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Oh no!
I got 27.
What would you roll?
I rolled 11.
11. Okay. So you guys yell and you feel like the hail's a little bit smaller. That's all you notice.
That's a start.
Is there anything you need from us? Perhaps we've wronged you in some way?
Are you hungry?
You don't feel it. The hail actually is a little bigger at that.
Oh. Sorry. We were just looking for somewhere safe.
Away from the... I forget the name of it. Something gifts? Not so gifts?
You guys aren't getting any. Nothing's
We
changing.
don't need
The second
to
crash of
worry.
lightning comes.
Enough.
Alright,
And you
let's do
nosedive.
the cannon.
It's cannon time.
It's happening.
And we're gonna all
I don't.
go together and light the cannon.
You need
I'm
3
not-
of you.
I'm not going to.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna jump off.
You did see bodies. So as you guys are readying the cannon and fire it off in the distance, you hear the crashing of the cannon. And how do you want to jump? Describe to me what you're doing.
So I am going to, like, I'm kind of like watching them like prepare the cannon, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I'm kind of like freaking out because all the eyes kind of scared me, and I'm like, there's like these people falling in the sky below and like tripping out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I am going to touch my ear, and an earring is going to appear that you couldn't see before. And I'm gonna like kind of like think for a second, and then I'm just going to like step off,
Just
like very like almost like hesitantly, but I'm just going to do it.
And you guys see as the cannon flies, you see Bree just step and fall.
Dude.
Well. I guess she's had enough of this.
Oh no.
Did
Do you
the
guys-
cannon do anything?
You see the cannonball flying away and then just disappear.
You always have a way out.
Maybe we can just sleep through it.
As
I
the
mean, I'm gonna jump after her.
okay, then yeah, Yuri jumps after Bree.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like
Can I try?
cry my way over.
Okay. Can I do something with what we talked about earlier, possibly?
Yeah.
Okay. As I'm doing this, I'm going to like hum to myself and like say Alatar, 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 and then I'm going to remember back to like when I was very young,
You weren't very young.
and I'm going to
This was like a year ago.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Back. That was that. I've only been running away.
This was
from
right
it.
after the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remember as much as I can about what Alatar taught me, and I'm going to kind of just whisper to my ring. And as I do, I'm going to try casting Firebolt out into whatever this thing is, I guess. And I'm just gonna, because it goes 120 feet. I'm just gonna like cast it just out there.
Okay, so a blue bolt of fire, a blue bane of fire,
Ooh.
shoots out of your finger and kind of like almost like the face of a wolf, and bites its way and like disappears out through the storm. As a crash. And Akanonin, the two members of the Undertons wake up in their hammocks.
It's just the two of you.
God, there's so much corn in the other hammocks. Why is there so much corn in the other hammocks? God, it's so
I
frustrating.
see I left my mark.
I'm back here again, Mac.
And Pippin and Gray, you see a cannonball shoot out of the storm and land off somewhere into the darkness. And you see a blue fiery wolf head fire out afterwards, followed by a very graceful looking Bree and a terrified looking Eerie plummeting.
Are they falling fast?
They're falling normal speed. You guys featherfold.
I'm gonna try to catch one of them.
No. And I'm gonna
No,
take
no.
2 syringes and throw them.
I got it!
Are you Sailor Moon?
That's the funniest thing I've ever
As the featherfall syringes pierce your
Oh,
skin,
they hit
Oh my
you guys
God.
remember
That was so funny.
Pippin, Gray.
I start
I
screaming.
got you!
No, you start screaming, but then you're screaming. But then you notice that you're kind of like swaying slowly to the ground.
There's a ground.
You actually
You guys
have-
land
you
on the
actually have
spongy,
slow fall.
fleshy surface. Slightly mounded.
Oh,
Guys, you got out.
yeah.
What happened?
What made you guys jump?
I forgot you existed.
Oh.
Just for a
Oh.
moment. Just for like, I don't know.
But I'm so iconic.
Yeah, and I made all that corn.
So, hold on. You forgot we existed? Is Lonan and Nak still up there?
Yeah.
I wonder
This-
how
Can
long...
we see the ship if we look up?
You can see it, and you can see Nak and Lonan looking down, and then popping and disappearing.
What?
And then you can see all the different shapes, and
How-
the lightning bolts hitting, but they're not coming out of anywhere. There's no storm.
How is if I poke the ground?
Oh, it's spongy. She's spongy.
She's spongy.
She's
What... what does the sky look like around us?
The sky. I did say there was a sky.
What's it look like if I look around?
Oh, well, it's the darkness.
Can I divine sense again?
Yeah.
Okay. The celestial again. I don't want to see if I can like notice anything like.
You don't
specific.
feel anything around you, but you
Oh.
feel beneath your feet and see within 60 feet the ground light up with celestial energy.
I mean, this thing is definitely celestial.
But
I
the
think
air
you're
isn't
right.
anymore.
The air is not anymore.
So we're standing on...
Celestial
Being.
thing.
Well, I have 1 flying elixir if someone wants to get up to the ship.
I don't know if we go back on. I don't know if like our time loopy thing will just happen again.
Should we just kind of like explore around?
Yeah.
Maybe find like the exit to the stomach or something.
I mean, they don't seem to be in any danger. It just keeps
Yeah.
happening and happening and happening.
I'm worried if they jump, I won't be here to slow fall them
True.
like I was for you guys. Also, I need my syringes back.
Sure.
But the ones just pierce
I don't
perfectly through
see-
ears here.
Like above us, I don't see the eyes. Do I?
Roll an insight check for me.
Oh no. Oh good.
19 plus 2, so 21.
Bree, you look up and you realize these aren't mouths. The eyes are closed.
Ew.
Ugh.
You look at the spongy ground you're stepping on and you see a small crease running through.
freaks
Each
me
of them.
out.
all around you.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
Could
They
you
don't even know
please-
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
could you
remember.
elaborate?
Yeah, what's an eye?
Ugh.
Guys, please tell me, and I'm just like sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
Please tell me what you're concerned about.
Yeah,
Can I
what's
take
an
a dagger and just stab the ground?
That
I'm standing on?
Sounds like a bad idea.
You can.
Okay.
Roll ahead.
I can't do that.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
Roll your 2d4 damage for the dagger. As your dagger, I imagine your dagger's pretty ornate. Bree seems like the type to have a fairly ornate dagger. Not much other ornate these.
Yeah, it's very like decorative.
Yeah.
Because it's like I actually got it. It was like gifted to me, which I won't go into that story right now. But it was gifted to me, and it's probably like one of her most prized possessions. And it is very ornate and has like these really pretty designs on them. But I got an 8.
Okay. As you plunge your probably 2-foot-long dagger, daggers are big. You plunge your dagger into the soft, fleshy eye beneath your feet.
Uh-oh.
A shake,
Oh.
a rumble,
Oh, rumble.
a shift. As all of the eyes open at once.
What?
And all of you, Mac and Lonan included, feel this dread, this unearthly terror pulse through you. Mac and Lonan specifically, you can feel the ship falling and falling and falling. As you all must make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Everybody?
Yeah. Not +3.
Not.
Not +3.
Oh my god.
Really?
Do I still not get the +3?
Yeah.
Because it's part of my.
You don't get
Sorry.
the
It's
+3.
either a
What were we
natural
rolling?
20 or less
Wisdom.
than 5.
Just
Saving
a
throw.
wisdom saving
What did
throw?
you roll? That's my roll.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry
You'll
about
find
it. You'll
out.
find out soon enough.
So wisdom is still +3.
You
20.
said-
20?
7.
12.
I rolled an @1.
Good. 18.
19.
Okay.
So everyone but me.
You, everyone around you, this unearthly terror, this shock. As Gray, you see first Eerie, then Knack, then Lonan, then Pippin, then Bree collapse and fall to the ground. And you, breathing heavier and heavier, feel a weight and this terror grasping around you. But you remain standing as the ship crashes to the earth beside you.
Oh.
What?
Is it
And you
broken?
remain standing, breathing heavily.
Did they disappear? Or are they just fallen?
You
Like
can
almost
see
like
you can see
on-
the ship crash, but you can see that Akano, everybody. You can see Lonan and Mac on the ship's deck, just passed out.
Oh my god.
You can feel one thread keeping you standing. And you hear a laugh, a familiar laugh. You're not dropping that quick, Gray. No one touches my vessel like that. And that's what we're ending tonight's session.
Oh,
Did you do? I don't know.
To be fair, Bree.
It was totally me.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in to tonight's session 30 of All Fun and Dice. Again, if you guys have not watched any previous episodes, we would love for you to go to our YouTube channel, All Fun and Games, and check out the playlist. We have 30 episodes in there, plus a recap if you only want to listen to the last episode of this one. The recap is for the first 28 episodes. If you want to keep up with us otherwise and just see what we're doing and see what we post, you can join Travis's All Fun and Games Discord. We have an awesome D&D channel in there. You can go to our Instagram page, AllFunNDice, on Instagram, I believe.
It is all fun and dice at Instagram.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then you can follow Travis on Twitter at Fun and Games TV.
And then also on Spotify starting now as well too.
Yes, so if you have long car rides, like I have some long car rides to work. Podcasts are great. You can listen to our crazy antics on the Prime Material and in the Planet Air. Thank you all again for coming, and thank you all for watching. Don't forget to
Stick
Stick
around.
around.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.